Yeah.
Welcome to our...
To our what?
Welcome to our podcast featuring just animalese. Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh,
that was a real ass
animal
cat. That was a real ass animal.
Hello, my name is Pino, and I'm part of the FAP Brigade. Today we decided to watch the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, and I didn't realize that they chose me to host the episode. In hindsight, I really should have expected that because we have a Patreon you can all subscribe to if you would like. We have 3 tiers, $1 for just accessing the chat, $5 for something I forgot, and $10 for another reason I forgot. Anywho, luckily no one could hear this. I entered the recording studio realizing it's just one room, my basement. Off to the side, I see Chuck. He seems like he's laughing at something, I'm not really sure what. But I smile and wave kindly.
Hi.
Garb is over there on the other side. He's just having a sip of his tea as usual, which is weird because he's usually the one that makes all the jokes.
Oh,
Seems like he came prepared. He came prepared for the joke. Anywho, we all take a seat here and we prepare to, hopefully, not make a train wreck of an episode. Oh, God. Here we go. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode
Pino,
of
can
the
you
Funky Anime Podcast. Yeah, what's up?
Can you please narrate my entire life exactly like that?
Oh, with all the sass in the world, of course.
Oh yeah, no, Pino. Like if it wasn't sassy, like I wouldn't want it.
Yeah, dude.
Turns out I'm actually a very sassy person at work, so I've been told that multiple times. I don't know what happened.
Pino, I can't believe you're the sass master.
I'm the sass master. I am the sass man.
I'm the sass man.
Anywho, we're rocking it. We're going off on a great start. Hey guys, welcome back to the Funky Anime Podcast. I already introduced ourselves in that narration.
That's true.
So that was pretty fun. I like that. We're flowing into the stream of things. It's been a while, boys. At least for us.
It has. A pandemic has happened. You know.
You know, the usual. I hope everybody at home is staying quarantined.
Hopefully
everybody's safe.
Yeah, hopefully this is good for everyone to keep you inside and watch Haruhi, because that's what we did.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I'm a better man after that. That or I'm completely insane. Anywho.
Why not both?
Why not both? But yeah, I mean, it's been a while, boys. What have you been up? What have you been up to? I mean, as if I didn't already know.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossings. This is about, I think it's only 2 days since its release, and that's all we've been, maybe 3. I'm on day 3 in my town, I think.
Well, yeah, we are on day 3 because it came out the 20th and we're recording this 22nd. Spoilers.
Gotcha. So yeah, we're all on day 3. We're having fun. You know, we have a new chat in the Patreon for games just like us, where we discuss how we're great gamers and whatnot.
I'm really surprised that we didn't have a gamer chat.
I thought about it, but I could never bring myself to click the new channel button and do it.
Oh no, Garb.
It's such a commitment, dude. You gotta upkeep that channel. You gotta talk in there.
What talking?
So difficult.
But what about? Never mind.
What?
Never mind. I don't like talking. But we've got many more games on the way. Thanks for joining our gaming channel.
Yeah.
No, but this week we got a little treat up our sleeves. The Patreon, which once in a while gets their pick of the next series we watch and who to host. They chose the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Both seasons. Thank you. It's a little. It's allergy season. It's allergy season. Let's be real.
Say it in Japanese.
Saying it. Oh God, let me look that up for you real quick.
It should be on the Mal.
Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu.
That's a lot of.
That was pretty good. Also, before Pino forgets, I'd like to thank our Big Cash Money winners for always being a good supporter of us all. I'd like to thank Sid. I'd like to thank John. I'd like to thank Cosmos for their continued support of the podcast and overall just the good vibes.
Yeah.
And
we love you all.
The show.
Don't worry. Some more equally than others.
This is not Animal Farm, my friend.
No. Close.
Close. I am a pig.
Wait.
Oink.
Oh no. Who did this to you?
Oink.
Was it?
It was myself, because I am the leader of this episode, because I'm hosting it. And anything I say goes.
Okay.
So long as that wasn't that Duplighost from that Paper Mario game, then we're good.
You know what? That's fair. But I never played Paper Mario, so zap out of existence.
Never. Oh. All right, that's a discussion for another day. Please continue.
I've only played Paper Mario 64.
Neither
I've only
one of
played
you
Super
played
Paper
Thousand
Mario.
Year Door?
Nope.
Because it's like $300. I'm not going to buy that.
Come over to my house.
Nope,
I've
that's
got
illegal.
a copy.
That's illegal.
No,
that's
I have
illegal.
a legit copy.
No,
Then
we
send it
can't.
to
We
me.
can't leave our houses.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
right.
true. You can't leave your house. That's illegal too. What do you think is more important, staying inside or getting me to stream Thousand Year Door?
Dude,
Well, you can stream it.
Thousand Year Door though.
Just stream it. Maybe we'll all be streaming sometime soon. Who knows?
There's a chance.
Animal
It's been a while
Crossing,
since I
dude.
streamed. Now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel you.
guys.
Gamers.
But yeah, let's who do we have to thank for choosing this? Everybody, right? But
The patrons. Yeah,
Patreon.
this is the patron pick, which is super great, and I'm glad they picked it.
Yeah,
I think we had a time. I don't want to spoil anyone's feelings, but we had a time.
we had a time, and the time is nigh. Bill Nye.
The homeless guy.
Bill.
We're Bill Nye, the science guy. Can't delete anything off my internet, so I'm installing la la la.
What?
Oh,
What are you
okay.
doing?
My thing is just messed up.
What?
Are you installing cool toolbars again?
No, of course not.
Did you get another custom cursor with Peter Griffin on it?
Maybe.
And every time you scroll, it goes. Hey, 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 hey.
That would be incredible.
Well, see, that would be a Lois one. If you right click, Lois appears.
Hey, Lois, I just joined the SSS Brigade, SOS Brigade.
The SSS Brigade, something way different.
Oh, and you know whenever you click the scroll wheel in and you have like a little arrow like of which direction you can go in? That would be Stewie's head.
Nice. Anyways,
Guys,
now that the
that's a good
stalling's
bit.
over, I can finally tell you what this show... Well, we can talk about this show. Hooray. I'm having a stroke.
Guys, it's a real shame that Pino's hosting this one and he just had a stroke. It was kind of unreasonable of us to think that he'd be a good host.
Hey. I did pretty well for the first
Pino, we'll see about the next 2 hours, and then I'll rate you again when we head out.
All right, I'm about to head out. Anyways, I'm trying to pull up the information here. Let's see here.
Do you not have the Mal page open?
Dude,
I
Mal
do.
was loading so slow today.
It's true. That's why I didn't use it. Press OK for cookies. Anyways,
Okay.
Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. We have since we watched both seasons, they're both 14 episodes that we watched in total. Was that 27 episodes?
28. Dude, what? Do you know
14
math,
plus
Pino?
4 plus 4 is 8. Okay.
Yes, Pino. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, episode
27?
00 messed me up. I got you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We're in it now, boys. Anyways.
We are in it now for sure.
Yeah. So it aired on TV. It aired ages ago. This is pretty ancient. At least the first season.
Yeah, they both are, technically.
First season aired in 2006, which was pretty cool, while the second season, I believe, aired in 2009. Can somebody fact check, mate?
You're right.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm being graded as I speak. So, there's going to be a very big jump in animation when we go ahead and discuss more about that stuff. However,
that was cool, though. It's interesting. We'll talk about it later.
However, due to much discussion in the Patreon server, and by much discussion I mean we talked, we decided to watch it chronologically rather than how it originally aired, because it would one, make more sense, and I guess flow better. And I think so.
I'm going to be real with you guys. If we watched it in the broadcast order, I would have hated this.
I probably would have as well. Which is why, for again, disclaimer, we watched it chronologically. If you watched it as the originally ran, we'll probably share some differences.
I don't know about chronologically, because they didn't have laptops in the last episode.
Well, because they didn't need to use them in the last episode.
But they kept it.
They had no reason.
Yeah, why would you need it out? Also, before I forget, because I didn't post about this on Twitter, but I should have. If you're going to watch this before any of the spoilers happen, on redacted anime websites that have this on, it is already in chronological order, because that's the way that the DVDs were distributed, put in order.
Yeah. So, I think Funimation also has it in order. I double checked the other day,
if you're streaming it online anywhere, it's probably in chronological.
Yeah. Well, because we started watching it and was hopping around episodes, because on these sites it's here's the 2006 and here's 2009, so I'm like, okay, they must be in broadcast order. They weren't.
They lied to you.
So they lied to me, but don't worry about it. But also, if you haven't watched it yet, please fucking watch it. Please watch it. I think there's an aspect of the show that you really... I don't know actually about this one. I think you can still get a decent enjoyment of it with knowing what happens. But there's also a nice air of, mystery to it. Especially the first 6 episodes you watch. I think it's a really...
I don't know. Something like that can easily actively take away your ability to enjoy something, just because if you don't really understand and if you're confused all the time and they're throwing you around everywhere.
Has it in the correct chronological
order.
Great.
Okay. Thank you, Funimation.
Thank you.
Yes. If you... I think this is one of those times where it's either way, it just depends on how you like spoilers. Because I know Pino doesn't really care that much about spoilers as long as the journey's good.
And we talked about that in the the Patreon. At least for me, typically spoilers aren't the end of the world. It really just depends on the path it gets to it. If it makes sense, if it's worth it, if there's impact. So this one's an odd one to say the least.
I don't know. I think it can go either way. To be on the safe side, I'd probably recommend you watch it. Watch up to episode 6, and then you will get the gist of the show, and if you like it or not, and if you want to listen to the podcast or watch the whole thing, I think is a pretty safe bet.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But as we were, this is actually a Kyoto Animation Studio production, another one. So we're kicking off season 3 with a lot of them. So that's pretty nice. And what I like about this is we get to see 2 ages of Kyoto animation. We get to see classic, and then we get to see the animation we're used to, like the K-ons and the I forget what else we watched, but the K-ons and the K-on season 2s and the movie. But anyways, it was a very nice little aspect. But let me just fill you in on this. What we're dealing with here. This the story. Well, actually, we don't start with that, do we? What do we do?
We talk. Pino, you're the host.
Oh yeah, we talk about our past experiences. Yeah. So, Luchak, Garb, have you ever heard of this show before? Have you had any mention or exposed?
I've known about the show forever. This is one of those shows that I just haven't gotten around to, and I'm really glad we did, because I mentioned this before last episode during the ending part of that, is that there's a clip of the show. It's titled "God Knows: The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya" on YouTube, and this video has 100 million views, and it's from 2009, so it's a very crisp image. But it has a scene from the show, and that's where I think I first found it. And I've always heard it talked around, and it's one of those shows I think that has that its reputation precedes it, because you hear about this show.
Yeah.
I don't think as much when it comes to best anime of all time, but one of the all-time greats. I think this is up there.
Yeah, so it's among all the ones that maybe we've even seen on the podcast. You always hear whispers of Geass. You always hear whispers of Dragon Ball. Well, never whispers; those are yells.
No, they scream at you, boy.
Yeah. So and Death Note. So we've got another high one, at least hopefully on our list. You'll hear how we feel later.
Yeah. So I've always had this in the back of my mind. I'm really glad that we were able to finally check it out, because I love Kyoto Animation. That's not a surprise to anyone. And one of the cool little fun facts about this is one of the first shows that they ever produced, because what happened was they worked on Full Metal Panic, which was started on by another studio, and then
I didn't do it.
But Full Metal Panic, which was started by another studio, and then they continued it on, and their first real series was Air, which is kind of well regarded. I don't know. It's one of their lesser known ones, and then Haruhi came after Air and Full Metal Panic, so it's their closest to third excursion on anime, and it's really exciting to see where they started, especially with the 2006 version. It's cool.
I think that my cat has knocked over shit.
No.
I can go first if you'd like. After I can go next. I mean,
all I have is that I saw the ED. I don't remember if it was you that showed it to me, Chuck.
Me.
It was probably Chuck.
Yeah.
It was me.
But
it was the ED one.
Yeah, because it's a really good ED, which we'll get into more later.
I will get into that later.
Yeah.
Right. That's about it for you?
Yeah. Go ahead, Pino.
Yeah. All right. So for me, I've had it recommended to me for many years from different people. It's another show where I was like, I'll watch it, but I would always get this one confused with the name. It's not that I didn't know the difference. I just got the names swapped. I would get this confused with that other one, with the Delusions one. I don't remember the name.
That other show with the guy.
With the girl with the eye patch rather than
the dude guy.
Yeah, the one with the eye
one.
patch. Yeah.
What is it called?
I know. It's true for you or whatever. I don't know.
See, look at him. Look at this clown over here. He doesn't know the name either.
Hey, wait a second. I didn't even know we were going to talk about that anime.
There he is. There's Chuni Byu
See, I told you it was something
Koi ga Shitai.
Bless you. But yes, Haruhi.
Yeah, so I get them confused. I've also had glimpses of the gifs of the dance they do at the end. I've also seen that the school concert thing that Chuck was mentioning that has a bunch of views on it. So I've had an idea, and I believe one of the characters, the one in the purple hair, Yuki, was the original face mascot for the Mude bot. If anyone's on Discord, she's
is it?
Yeah, that's the original one. If you check back in the other one, that's her.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's exciting.
I think that's her. Looks like her. Must be from the movie.
Maybe
I don't know.
Fuck it. I guess it's not.
No, I mean I'll double
probably.
check. Hold up. What's her name? Yuki?
Yes, that's her name. Nagato.
No, but her last name. Jesus.
Nagato.
Sukato.
I would never.
Nagato.
Guys, this is the most thrilling part of this podcast.
Googling God.
Waiting for Pino to look up if a bot in Discord is the same character as the one in an anime.
I can't spell Nagato.
Nagato. That's not hard to spell.
Yeah, but what's her
Pino.
last name?
Nagato!
Yeah,
Nagato,
her first name is Yuki.
Pino, I'm going to scream.
Gotcha. There it is. See? Same bot.
Cool. Cool, I guess. Okay, can we continue?
Yeah, no, I'm ready. Yeah, let's go.
You're the host!
Okay, yeah, I'm about to go in. I'm about to jump into it.
He's about to
Jeez,
host the
leave me
fuck
alone.
out of this episode.
So, if you don't know what you're expecting, at least with this one, this is kind of like, it's another like slice of life.
Bless you.
I'm
Slice.
gonna mark that down.
It's another slice of life. It's but it's got other kind of cool ideas they have in there. We've got aliens, we've got espers,
Aliens.
we've got time travelers, which really threw me out the loop
Dude, this is
once
like
we
the
actually
last-
started watching this.
This is like the last couple shows we've seen all mixed together. It's got everything.
It's true. It's true. And
Espers, ghosts,
Ghosts. Spooky guy.
cats
Meow.
cats that can talk.
that
Hey.
can talk.
Hey, put me down, please.
Thanks to the miracle of editing.
The miracle of Jesus.
Man, he was a great editor.
I did.
He edited himself right out from behind that rock.
He did.
Fascinating. Anyways, let's try to describe the plot. I'll go. No, actually, no, we don't do that yet. Goodness,
Plot? What's
I've
that?
forgotten how to do this.
Pino, you have.
It's been a while. I'm telling you. Let's
We have a
go
list.
on.
Let's- you can
do you hear
follow,
that?
Pino.
Do you hear that? That's Pino getting the rust off his old bones. So you'll have to forgive him.
Not
He's
his
like-
old bones.
Oh, there
his
we go.
bones are breaking.
Yeah, man. No. Let's talk about that presentation. That's what we talk about next. Right? I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Sure.
Or is it
Dude,
opening?
dude, it's
we'll do
pinned.
presentation
No,
first.
presentation is definitely first, Pino.
All right, so let's talk about that. Let's split it up into. Well, no, I guess we have to look at it as a whole, right? Because we've got two different eras of Kyoei animation. We've got season 1-ish, quote unquote, where you've got all the classic looking animations with the eyes very wide,
Wide
and the-
apart, yeah.
yeah, far apart with the smiles that are so close to the eyes and no nose on the faces. Very I don't know. I wouldn't call it round heads or faces, but like very kind of cartoony
Strange.
in a
They
way.
look
Kinda
like
strange
aliens, all
looking.
right.
Yeah, they look like people, but they look like people you would watch on TV in 2006. So I guess it aims its time frame pretty
What did
accurately.
people look like in 2006?
I said anime characters in
Oh,
2006.
I thought you meant people, and I'm like,
It's like Walter White
big ass heads.
walks on screen
Big
with
ass
his
head.
fucking eyes all the way apart.
I think
God, I
this was
hate
like the
that.
area. This was like an era where, like, I guess anime was. I guess it hadn't really been. I don't know, not normalized, but it didn't really find its like
This is the young adult
standard
phase
look.
well, this is
of anime.
the 2000s is the transition from traditional to digital,
Yeah.
and that's like that doesn't change the art style, but I'm just saying there's
It's
a
different.
feeling of the 2000s anime, and
Yeah.
that's what that feeling is. Like if you watch
Like fucking
old
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, that sort of stuff in that time period, like you can tell
Oh,
when
yeah.
it was made.
It's got a little bit of like a stank to it, you know?
Oh, it got a stank. Old Naruto definitely got a little bit of
Oh, that's
stank on
stanky as fuck. Dude.
No, that's. Oh,
it. Pino knows that stank much
I
too
don't.
well.
I don't want to talk about it.
Black Lagoon, maybe not so much, but it's got a
No,
little,
Black
little
Lagoon's
taste of
pretty-
stank.
It does
Code
have a
Geass
touch
has
of
a
stank.
bit of stank too with the longish bodies.
Yeah, that's one of the things that like turned me off.
that's clamp.
but-
That's clamp though. That's
Yeah.
not a art design.
But it was still it's still an old
Haruhi,
one.
I still liked how it looked. It looked good. I like both. So
Presentation was
Pino's getting
sometimes
at-
good.
Yeah,
No?
sometimes for me.
What? Sometimes.
I don't know. It was very jarring.
Chuck.
Seeing the old stuff. I think.
Yes.
Chuck,
Yeah.
they played the same episode. How many
Yeah.
times?
Oh, wait,
5?
we're
8.
not on there yet. We're not. We can't get mad about that yet. Hold
Okay,
on.
Also,
but it's
and
important-
must I add?
No,
each
Chuck,
time-
no.
No,
Cease.
No, you cease.
I am the
Each
god
time
of
they
this
were
episode.
Each animated differently.
We'll
Okay,
get it.
but
They
I
were
guarantee you they were reusing backgrounds.
Well, every anime reuses background.
Okay, yeah, but they
I
used
still have to
this-
deduct some points. there.
cease.
They used the
You
same
cease.
exact like thing. That
No!
whole outline.
There's so
the
many.
same.
That's
Five
the whole
episodes
deal.
ago.
That's the reason why they did it. That's the whole storyline.
No, we'll get to it when
I'm
we
gonna
talk
punch
about
you
the
in the
story.
throat.
If we're talking about presentation, I think that's important to bring
The
up.
backgrounds are good. I like
okay,
the
that's true.
backgrounds.
They're definitely
Backgrounds are
pretty
very
right.
nice.
all
the
of the
backgrounds were
presentation
used.
though is definitely
the
better in the
backgr-
second season. But
Well, yes, because
Yeah.
it's newer.
Yeah.
That is more modern.
yeah, 3 years of
Kyo
time
Annie.
in practice.
Well,
And
because
bloom.
you can tell, especially
And it has more
there's
vibrant colors as well.
graphics.
Yeah. In Endless 8, in one of the shots, there's a shot of Haruhi sitting at the table when they were finishing up the 2 weeks one of the times. And I would literally said, if you took her from if you took her from that spot and put her into K-On!, she would fit.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of
that's-
moments where they just feel K-On-y.
It does. Well, she also said Light Music Club in the show, and she said
K-On!
K-On!, and I went, oh! I'd screamed like a monkey.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, she did say it in Japanese, and I was like, wow.
Oh,
They
did you
also
watch it
censored
sub?
Gundam.
I watched it subbed and dubbed. I watched
Okay.
it both ways, which I liked both, but we'll talk about that later. I personally really like the presentation in both styles. The 2009 season, very clearly higher production value, higher, resolution, higher everything, just because 3 years of experience in anime obviously gives you a whole lot more experience. But I don't think that the 2006 season looks bad.
Oh, yeah,
I still think
absolutely.
it looks very good, especially in the Melancholy of Haruhi, that arc, the Melancholy arc, where there's a lot of different experimentation with the camera angles and effects, and I think that's a really interesting part of this show, because there's especially with the deja vu vision in Endless 8, and when Yuki is telling Kion about how she's an alien, and there's all these different effects and different things that they use that you don't really see in anime, and I thought that was a really cool thing to do.
But they did that once.
Well, I still think they still did it though.
Well, and they had to. They were still getting their feet. They were seeing what they really liked.
Yeah, they were still finding feet. But overall, I still think it looks very good. I think it still holds up extremely well, especially 2009. 2006 definitely has a little bit of stank that we were talking about, but it's not a bad stank, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
this-
I
I can't believe everyone hates anime.
I just don't like. I was never a fan of the I don't know, just the older look of these cutesy shows. I couldn't. I was just like, oh God, please tell me when it's over.
it
But
definitely looks like way too teenage girl sometimes.
yeah,
Well, they are teenage girls.
That is fair.
They look way
That's
too
all I
teenage
have.
girl. You mean reaching what they are? Anyway, I like how it looks a lot. I am pleased with how it looks, and there's a lot of very fluid animations as well, especially with the God Only Knows music scene. You could tell that that's Kyoto Animation because they do the instrumentation so well.
Oh yeah, that's something
You
they've
can-
only really. I've only seen them do it exceptionally well
Yeah. So
thus far, I should say.
that was good, and they do have some action scenes in it, and overall, I think they work well.
Absolutely,
So we will
yeah.
see.
that was the surprise of my watch through with this. I was not expecting all the action. It was not something I expected, especially when I get a school time setting that isn't
Wait,
And they were even
that
meta.
isn't like
watched
Bakken
Railgun.
Test.
we just watched Railgun.
I
Wait
still
a
never
second.
expected it when I watched it the first time.
It's called Railgun.
Well, yeah, but this one's
It's
called
called
Haruhi
the
Suzumiya.
Well, see, this one you should probably expect less. But it's
Exactly.
called Railgun.
But I still didn't expect it.
No, yeah, especially when spoilers when Ryuko, the other data entity girl, tries and kills Kion.
There's a lot of blood.
That was a lot, and I was like, "Oof!" I didn't think that would happen, but it did.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they even said it themselves. They've got to break up some of the normal stuff going on with some action.
Yeah. It's true.
And a witch lady.
But yeah, I think that's presentation-wise everything that we... For animation, at least. So
Yeah.
let's...
It's like, yeah, it's there.
I like it.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I like it still. But
It was
again,
animated.
I prefer the newer stuff than the older stuff.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, naturally. But, you know, a little bit of stank. I like a little bit of stank now and then, you know?
Well, yeah, I
seeing the
guess.
shit you like, I know what kind of stink you're into, so...
Sometimes I like when I cook fish, but I don't like the after smell.
That's true. Sometimes when you're really cooking with garlic, ooh, really
Yeah, that's true.
toss
too.
a couple cloves, it really stinks up your house for a while. You want to talk about voice acting?
Please.
Sure.
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly watched dub, but I know Chuck, you watched sub and dub, and I think
Yeah.
Garb, what did you watch?
I only watched the dub. It was a really good dub.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty
I
good,
liked
yeah.
the dub.
I
The
get
only, the only character that had a bad dub voice was Asahina, and it made me sad. She's a good character.
What do you mean by bad?
Hi. I just want every single
Oh, squeaky voice. Well, you know what? I blame that on the trope. Of
Well,
the
yeah,
whole,
of course. I'm not saying...
I'm a sad girl. I'm a easily dominated.
I'm not saying that Stephanie Sheikh, who is the voice actor for her, is a bad voice actor because she literally does the dub for Usagi and Sailor Moon. Like, and great performance through there. So, like, overall, she's a good...
Oh, she's Hinata too
voice
from Naruto.
Yeah, like a good voice actor, but just the performance itself was not my favorite. Like
Blame
she
it on
was
the
Yui.
director.
She was Yui in the K-On! Dub.
I mean, she kind of sounded
Frick.
the same. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's true. And also she's Lottie in Little Witch, which is
Oh.
exciting. And also Nico's younger sister. And,
She's Nui
That
Harimi.
sounds about
Lovely.
right.
yeah.
from Kill la
But,
Kill.
like, she's a good voice actress, just not my favorite performance.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
All the other
it's
dubs
role,
I really
you said.
like. I think I prefer Kyon's dub over his sub, honestly. I really liked the
hell?
way that he sounded.
I didn't watch the subs,
must
but I
be
don't know.
me.
But the dub was really good.
But he's also the because now that we've watched so many anime, we know like these voice actors because it's Crispin Freeman and he was in
His
he was in
fucking name
Code
is
Geass. He was
Crispin Freeman.
yeah,
That is awesome.
but he was in Code Geass and he was Jeremiah, so he was the I'm the Jeremiah King man, and he's also Shizuo.
Yeah,
in,
you got Shizuo
Durara.
and Ize
Yeah.
there. Both of them were there, which was
Yeah.
very
Whoa.
nice.
Yeah.
And then
shit.
who was Yuki? Because her voice, I know where she's from, but I think you guys talked about it.
Give me 2 seconds.
Michelle Ruff, dude.
Yeah.
All of
Ruff.
this entire cast is great. names.
I think well because she's also Ruff is Luna and
Johnny
Sailor
Young
Moon.
Bosch. What a good guy.
God, Johnny Young Bosch is fantastic. Oh, I didn't know she.
Oh,
played.
dude, like everyone in this was in Code Geass.
Well, of course, I think it was dubbed by the same people. So obviously,
It was funny, right?
it was. I liked it, and I liked.
No,
both
I meant
the-
Funimation. Got him.
Die now.
Oh, she was Euphemia. Oh, yikes.
Oh no, not Yuffie. But yeah, I
Oh,
really
she was
liked.
Henri. Yo,
Yes, she
Yuki was
was.
Henri. That's where I remember her from.
But
Oh, she's
Really?
Saber? Oh, dang.
Pino, stop talking.
Sorry, I didn't recognize her voice as Saber
Stop talking.
from
This
Fate.
is a podcast.
I can't believe it.
No one-
Let's give everybody dead air.
Guys, no one comes to the podcast for our talking.
They all call to see it. They all come to see us.
Yeah, they're going to really look at us. But I think that
You
overall,
think? I don't.
You guys have minds?
if you cannot go wrong with either dub or sub on this, at least the English dub. I don't know about that Spanish dub, but
I didn't watch it in
Dude,
Spanish.
German, Korean, Italian, French.
Leonardo Grisando, that's my
Ooh.
favorite Italian.
It was dubbed in
dubber.
Spanish. Nobody told me.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't
I'm
actually.
sorry.
Oh, you.
Or at least,
lie.
or at least it doesn't have a dub voice actor listed on Mal. Regardless, you cannot go wrong either way, dub or sub. for sure.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that stand off by themselves, like the greats, Cook, Cowboy Bebop, and Dragon Ball up there.
And Trigun. Like I think that the more you look into dubs, there's a lot more very good dubs that people don't really talk about.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Try to bring it
What do
up.
you mean? Dubs suck.
Well, fine. Okay, Wario. But the thing is, like, there's a really
Got him. That was
that was
good,
really
right?
that was a really good one. I must
thanks.
admit, but there's like we do hold shows like Bebop up to a certain standard, or like that's like the bar, like the super high bar that if you reach that you have a very good dub. But there's a whole lot that like reach that no one talks about.
This
which is a
receives
shame.
the Funky Anime Podcast very good dub seal of approval.
Oh, I have to make that now. But I like the dub and I like the sub. Neither were bad. Neither were bad. That's it.
Imagine if subbers and dubbers could just get along like that.
No!
God. I know it's spoken. We cannot get along.
I'm just kidding. We can get along.
No.
I'm glad.
Guys, let's talk about that OST. I'm not hosting this episode, but it sounds like it.
I mean, you kind of took it away. I was going to say that, but you didn't let me talk.
Wait. Rewind. We'll do it.
What? What's going on?
I use
Oh
my
no, the
time
tape got
rewind
stopped.
powers.
Let me play the tape now.
What's going on?
I think the tape's broken.
I think the tape needs to really get its act together and introduce the OST.
Is that hammer noise your cassette? I could just pull out a good one right here. Hold up.
Oh, hold on. I got a pencil. We just need to rewind it.
Oh yeah, you can, guys. Do you think there's some Zoomers in the audience that don't know about rewinding a cassette tape?
There
with a,
might be, dude.
with a pencil. That's kind of sad.
I bet you there's some Zoomers here who don't know how to churn butter.
Fucking Zoomers not knowing how to churn butter.
Get on our
Imagine-
level. Anyways, let's talk about that
Guys.
OST. Just waiting for the perfect moment. Anyways, I think it's an all around, all decent kind of. It's pretty good. Like you get some you get a good variety in here.
There were a couple tracks that felt like they were meant to be annoying, and even those ones were good in their own way. They weren't overplayed to the point that you got sick of them, so it was perfectly fine. It's
Yeah.
music, so that's even super subjective.
There's a lot of really good music in this. There's a lot of different like types of music as well. Because there's like some really like jazzy kind of like down to earth stuff, and then there's your typical like excited Kyoto animation music where it's like bop, 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 bop.
The last couple episodes, dude, like with the music video and the shitty fucking MIDI.
Oh, the MIDI, dude. Oh, I love that shitty MIDI. It's so good.
Dude,
That rhymes.
That's gonna be the name of our band.
The shitty MIDIs.
Yeah, the shitty MIDIs.
Honestly, I kind of dig that name. Like, not as a joke, but like there's like even some really like kind of like spooky atmospheric music as well for
yeah.
what they used in the closed space.
Yeah, some like
My
unsettling
favorite is that
stuff.
Yoshi's Island ass song where you get the little bass, like the drums in the back.
Oh yeah.
Called Oi Oi.
Are you?
Yeah, this is the annoying song that I was alluding
That's good.
to earlier.
It's got a good guitar in there.
Yeah, no, but there's two different soundtracks for the show because it does have separate soundtracks for the two different and seasons,
Yeah.
which is interesting. I think I like season 1's better, but they're both still very good. Like once again,
I couldn't pick between the two. It's too difficult.
yeah, they're just I like them.
Yeah.
Pretty good, yeah. Very good. Sound design, pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
You get the
Oh, the
little
sound
blips and
design's
blaps.
so good.
I think it excelled very much with the video game episode where you had the video gamey music when they're playing in the real life, and then when they just personify it like as their like battleship captains, they go into like a very orchestrated music. I was like, okay, I'm
sounded
digging
like-
that. Let's go.
It sounded like I was watching like Battleship Yamato or something, but
I got that Gurren kind of tingle in there.
It
I was like, are we
tickled me
gonna row fight the power right now?
I was waiting for someone to put the sunglasses on.
No, but like the sound design in this is actually super good. We don't talk about that much on the podcast, but I noticed it a bit, especially the last episode where Yuki is like flipping like her book, like just what a nice crisp page turning sound. Ooh. Beautiful. It's good stuff.
Let's see if I can get you a fresh one.
Oh yeah. All right. No, that's really aggressive.
That was too rough, dude.
Also, how big are those pages? Those sound like they're like a fucking map of the United States of the Earth.
Yeah, dude. I stole the Declaration of Independence. That's it.
No, don't tell that on our podcast. Actually, no one will listen to it. You're fine.
Yeah.
Don't forget, there's a map behind that one too.
It's a victimless crime.
I'm gonna put it in the oven.
Oops.
Is that what an oven sounds like?
Yeah, that's what mine sounds like. Is that not what yours sounds like?
Your oven hums?
It goes.
That you need to get your oven checked out, dude. Bruh.
I don't like that oven at all. You need Oven Man. Check that out for you.
Mr. Oven.
Mr. Oven
is Mr. Oven.
Who?
Well, that was
this Mr. Oven fella.
Me. That's my alter ego.
Very interesting you have there.
Thank you.
I can keep going with this bit, but if we're moving on to the next segment, I'm fine with that
I
too.
think a bit needs to be funny to be a bit.
Well, I like to be funny sometimes, but only on the weekends.
Well, that's why we record on Sundays.
I got you. Anyways, that's a pretty good overview of what you're expecting with this kind of presentation wise with Miss Suzumiya. But let's go on to what we really care about. Let's talk about them openings.
Oh my
Let's talk about them endings.
Oh
all right,
my God.
Time to talk about the first opening. First opening is called Koi no Mikuru Densetsu. I believe that's what it is. Episode 1, right?
Bless you.
Well, so that's the.
Am I right?
The Adventures of Mikuru Asahina. That's the one that she sings at the beginning of that episode. Episode 00.
Or was that the one for episode 1, originally one, right?
Yes, episode 00.
Do you know there's just a real ass hand in this opening?
Yeah, dude.
Shit's whack.
No, but so that
right.
song is the one for the movie.
Yeah. We want to actually talk about Boken Desho, right?
Yes, that's the OP. That's a good one. But yes, the that one. Oh, baby. That one's sung by Haruhi's voice actor.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. All these songs are sung by the voice
Oh,
actor.
you're a sucker for that.
Bro, you know I'm a big old sucker. But Boken Desho is real good. I really like this song. This is, I would say, kind of a slow burner. Like it's good when you first listen to it, but it grows. It grew on me at least.
I don't
really
know. I was
enjoyed it.
into it. I maybe not as. I definitely liked it more by the end than at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
So
I like the kind of paneling on the back with different frames of different things happening. Kind of focusing on the school setting where it has different like math equations and chemistry garbage.
If your opening destroys the bitrate of the YouTube video, then you have a good opening. Probably.
That's true, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, go back and watch our opening again, and watch the bitrate get destroyed. That's what this opening does to it. The chorus in the song specifically is just so wonderful. It does like all the things that it wants, I want to see in an anime opening. It has all the characters in the show, an interesting style, and whenever the chorus kicks in, it shows everyone. It's so catchy. It's very pretty. It shows everyone together, as well as grouping together all the different characters that have have more of a relationship together. Like it has the thought entity aliens together.
Thought.
Yep, that's the joke.
Lelouch, back to the thought elevator with you.
Do you think that's where they were going? Were they going to the single thought entity or whatever it's
It's all
called?
connected, my man.
It's all connected. Same
guys,
voice actors.
That's
everywhere.
true. Every anime is the same. But it's very good. I really like this opening a lot. There's not too much to say about it, though.
I mean, you get to see Koizumi open his eyes.
You do. It's weird. It's still a little bit unnerving. But he does open his eyes anyway, so.
He can see.
Also, before I forget, Koizumi gets sexier as the anime goes on. Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong.
What? They
He just
made him.
seem-
They made him.
He just seems
sexier
like
than-
your average, everyday high schooler.
I don't
No,
know.
he keeps getting sexier.
I think he was pretty consistently sexy throughout the whole thing.
No,
but I,
I
can
think
see where over the course of
he
the
just
show,
opened his eyes is all.
Yeah. Once he was woke, dude.
No, I don't know. If you watch the ending dance, which is one of the first pieces of media I think that they did, and then you look at him in the 2009 season, he's considerably sexier.
Well, the thing is, I mean, they were just more experienced by then. This is just the sexiness
Well,
that he
no,
was
no, no.
trying
Well,
to express
even-
in season 1, but couldn't. Okay.
Well, even closer to the end of that first season, he's still sexier than that. It's just something that I noticed, and I think I might just be going insane.
I don't know.
Regardless, Asahina rides a clock because she's a time traveler. That's a good one.
That's some real symbolism.
It's real symbolism.
Not that fake ass, not real symbolism.
Yeah, you know the fake symbolism that these shows try and peddle you. Guys, I just like this opening.
I like the
It's
stars.
It's not like a groundbreaker or a move maker. It's very good. It's not anything super remarkable though.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about opening 2 later, but I like this opening a lot.
What say you, Pino?
What say you, demon?
What say you, thought entity?
Did he die?
You call me a thought?
A thought entity, specifically.
I am here just to observe. Wait, no, I'm the leader. What am I talking about?
You are?
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. It's pretty it got catchy. It was. I think it was a grower for me. But yeah, bitrate. You guys covered it. Bitrate destroys your monitor. A lot of stars. A lot of movements. Questionable body parts moving. But,
my god! I don't think Kyoto Animation understood how boobs worked at this time.
No. They finally hired a female after several months
They
of
did.
working on the show, and she's like, "You've been drawing boobs how?" And she's like, "No,
They're
no, 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 no,
moving
no.
how?
Let me show you how to do it." That's what happened.
Also, I must admit, whenever they do the "I believe" part where Haruhi and Asahina are doing the little arm dances, I would always do the dance with them.
Miss Asahina.
What? What'd you call me?
Asa, what now?
Miss
An
Asahina.
Oh, Miss Asahina, please do a spin.
Miss Asahina, I don't
But-
think that's how that works.
Pino, you would be a good Kyon.
She's spinning uncontrollably.
Someone stop her, please. She's gonna
Why am
fly
I on
into
a star?
space. Ah!
I'm getting nauseous.
I do like though how one of the little things that you see about this opening is that Kyon actually doesn't show up until the 1 minute mark where he's
he's
walking
shaking
his
his head?
bike. What?
He shows up.
When?
Were we talking about the ending or the
Opening still, Chief.
He shows up in second 40, where he's shaking his head.
When? Oh, that's right. Only a little bit though. There's
He's
no
like,
extended
I'm
view.
upset.
That's true. That's true. I forgot about that.
Because
Because
he
I
may
kept,
be one of them. It does accurately represents him in the show because, everything about, Miss Suzumiya.
it's true. But I like this opening. It's a good one.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a good one. Let's move on. Let's
ED
pick up
boys?
the pace. Let's talk about the first ED called Hare Hare Yukai, right? Yukai?
Bless you.
Thank you. And I know Chuck wants to talk about this one, so let's hand the mic right over to the big
Okay.
boy.
Well, I'll talk about the ED that you see in the show, and then after I'll talk about the full dance. So first, this ED is sung by the three girls, and that is
Hooray.
already just like oh, it's so good. It's such a catchy song. Like this is, I think, the catchiest song. I don't know. The other two songs that are coming up are also super catchy, but whenever they show them dancing, it is very wonderful. It's very good. And also, it's weird because when you're watching the show in the way that we watch it, like you don't know that the armband says Ultra Director yet. You don't know what correlation that has. You don't know, like, you don't get the tea spilling bit until later on into the first, like, half of it. And you don't get the, what is it? Then they have, like, them filming the actual movie with, like, the different costumes and stuff like that. And you don't get that until literally the end of the second season. Which
Dude.
is, like, super interesting to me.
They thought this shit out.
They did.
They used their big old
and
brains.
then it shows the characters dancing. And they do little arm movements. There's the little talking cat with the girl.
Yeah.
With
And
the
the cat's
little
like,
thieves.
hey, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't think I heard the sub voice for him, but I really hope it was a gruff Japanese man because
Yeah, dude.
that's all I want to. And then at
Like
the end,
Sakamoto.
I want it even like gruffer. Like I want him to be like a really old man. And then it shows them do a super fluid dance at the end, and it is like beautiful.
Dude,
I
the little
love-
want you
hair
to-
flip at the end. Oh my god.
I want you to capture the look on Kyon's face. Just every time he's dancing on the screen. Just he's still out of it. He still
he
doesn't want to
doesn't
be
want
there.
to be there, but he's like, I gotta be here.
Well, I'm here.
She's told me I
But-
have to be here.
He's dedicated. He's got a good moves. That's good.
Yeah. They made him
Got the-
practice. You can really tell.
You can
It's
tell.
true.
Yeah.
But it is okay. Like the ED just normally is pretty good. It still has, a little bit of those slideshows whenever they're showing the credits.
Yeah, it's fine.
But then
it gets a pass.
But then you get to the special version that was released on the Blu-ray and the DVDs, and it has the full dance. Like the whole song, it has them all singing and dancing, and it is wonderful. Like if you want like a minute and 10 seconds of pure joy, just watch it.
For real.
It's so well animated. They're still all singing, and like I want to learn how to do that. Like I know we've done a lot of jokes about like our first live show we'll do dances. We should do this at our first live show. That's when we come out. The curtain comes up.
Donation incentive. Chuck
Donation
does the
incentive.
dance.
You're gonna have to make
Donation
me
incentive.
remember how to dance again.
I know. Once you dance once, it'll never leave your body.
Wait, I've danced multiple times.
He's got the
it's
thing.
all been
See,
exercised.
exactly. You're a god dancer.
It's been exercised.
Also, I had this really dumb joke that I wanted to post on Twitter, and whoever posts this on Twitter get free karma from me. But at the beginning of the ED special ending, Haruhi does a little dance in front of the H. I was gonna make a Twitter post that says, "My kindergarten teacher, Chuck, what's the letter that comes after G? Me," and then has that little dance in front of the H. And man. It's not as funny as I think it is, but man, is it funny to me.
I don't know. It got a little chuckle out of me.
Well, that doesn't mean much.
I quite like the there's a special frame when they were playing baseball of Miss Suzumiya and looking like an absolute fucking Chad, and it just
Oh my god, yes!
dude.
It is beautiful. Join our Patreon. We archive literally all of our discussions that we have in the, because what we do on the what we do on our Patreon is that we have discussion channels for each show that we watch.
We usually do basically live.
Yeah, live commentary.
Watch commentary.
So if you want to see our funny screenshots, that's where it is. But it is Chad Haruhi, and it is God tier.
Man.
But yeah, this ending's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Sorry that I've just... I'm sorry that we're only halfway through the openings and endings.
Hey, that's all right, as long as you don't take another half an... I'm just kidding.
Wait a second. What'd you call me?
What did you say?
Nothing.
I said nothing of the sort. All right, let's talk about opening number 2 called Super Driver. This one slaps you. This one slaps you, right?
Yeah, this is what I expect out of a KyoAni opening.
This one I think does the show very, I don't know, it just feels so different. I feel like it's like the song itself makes me feel like it's like not this type of show's kind of opening. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels like it's a different show in a sense.
Yeah.
I don't feel you there, but I respect your opinion.
Opinion.
You get to see the newer Kyoi animation team or whatever it is for 2009. You get to see how different it looks compared to the first one, and they have it in like this kind of cool comic book style with all the different cuts, and I appreciate that so much. I was just like, yo, I like it. I like it.
It's so fun. It is so catchy, so fun, and whenever they have the English parts, I'd always sing with them. It's very good. This is definitely, like, for me at least, this feels like an opening for Haruhi. It's very high action, high energy.
Yeah.
Prominently features the 5 people in the SOS Brigade, and I don't know. And then it has all the side characters shrugging and shaking their head.
That's
and
how I
perfect.
feel every day.
Dude.
It's perfect.
You can tell they didn't want to be there.
It's true. Oh man, them spinning the signs though. Oh, that is such a good effect. I don't know how else to say besides it just makes me so happy.
I'm a big fan of walk cycles and running cycles, so when you get to the running parts and the walking parts, I'm in. I'm just like,
running.
yes!
Well, like the thing with walk and run cycles, like you can tell characterization by how they run and how they move, and they do this so well in this opening. I love it. Like Asahina has like her arms up and running kind of more daintily. Haruhi's just fucking booking it. Like Haruhi's running. And then like Kyon still has that scowl on his face, that signature scowl. What a man. It's just it it works so well. I love it. This was an instant love. Like I've listened to this before and I'll listen to it after.
Yeah. Damn good
and also
OP, man.
the stomp. Ooh.
Man. Not as good as a hop, but we do appreciate a good stomp.
Well, that's like comparing, like, I don't know, a really good thing to a really bad thing.
Step on me. Wait, what?
Pino!
Ah!
No!
I'm sorry, I meant stomp on me.
Oh, okay. All it's forgiven.
Anyways, I love this opening a lot. It's I think it's up there. I think it's at least on my personal list, it's up there. I like it that much. Sure. Listen to it, nerd.
Please do listen to it.
Nerd. All right, ending number 2 is called Domare.
Okay.
And I think that slaps too. It's so different, and I like it. Go ahead, talk about it.
This is how you use backgrounds. Oh my god. They basically, through this ending, they have shots around the school and they have little electric interference over certain areas of the school. And it has the different characters behind it. And it is such a smart way to make an opening seem more animated without having to animate. Like, straight up. I know that the first half of this is all stills, but I don't care, because it's great to watch.
And it fits in with, parts of the show.
Yeah. And then they get to the chorus, and it is maybe my favorite chorus of all time.
Of all time?
And an ending.
Okay.
Just the meaning behind it, the song itself, sung by, once again, the three girl voice actors in the SOS Brigade. It is so well done. And the animation is so good, especially with the flapping hair and the kind of strobe effect that they have on it. And then it has them running down the mountain, which you know from technically the last episode, that they have to go up and down every day. And I don't know, it's wonderful. And then it just has shots of them around the school. And it's just very fun. I love it. It's a banger.
I love it too.
It's a banger.
Yeah, me too. It's just anytime I see people running, it's great.
Running
even if
is
it's like
underrated.
it's like running is underrated, and having little photos of yourselves at the end of the episode, the endings are my weakness too.
Yeah, guys, if you're good at doing
gonna run away,
animation cycles, contact us. We'll look at them.
If you're running right now, shout outs to you.
Guys, if you're running and watching this, more power to you, dude.
Yeah, man, but make sure to look up when you're watching this, because
why are you
if
watching
you're crossing
this?
the street,
This is a podcast.
Yeah, that too. But make sure to look both ways before you cross the street. So
That's true. Do look both ways.
Always.
But
just a healthy tip.
guys, this ending, I think this is better than ending one. It's so hard with these openings and
it's
endings.
good.
Because, like always, Kyoto Animation hits it out of the park every time with their openings and endings.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a Kyoto Animation opening or ending that I do not like.
I do not like this, Sam. I am.
I do not like Kyoto Animation.
You're wrong.
I like it.
Good.
Dingle dongle.
I will say, though, hot take, both endings for second season are better than the first ones. Both opening and ending, so I'm sorry.
That's not a... you can... I'm not going
to...
Okay. I'm not... I'm not going to say that.
Okay, fine. It's a
bad.
lukewarm take. Leave me alone.
I know. That's a pretty toasty take you got there. Guys.
Gee, thanks.
It's really good. Yay.
Anywho, if you can hear me and I'm not cutting out, then I'll move on to the next segment.
Okay.
I'm probably cutting out, but mostly because I hear you guys cutting out. Shh.
Uh-oh. Don't worry. You're good for now.
Give me just a moment.
Yeah, no.
Second.
Okay.
As I try to fix my internet settings to see if I can improve this podcast, I end up playing all these videos again. I wonder why they haven't asked me the next question or made fun of me yet. It's been about 5 minutes since they've insulted me. Anywho, as I proceed, as my internet speeds has
Pino.
improved, I can go out. Yep.
You're short.
There he goes again. Always aiming for the short of the height. Anywho, I'll decide to ignore him this time. Anyways, let's talk about that plot, gentlemen, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a plot?
Guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was chronologically.
There was a plot. Yes, sir.
So
God.
I'm gonna sum it up the best I can. I'll sum it up hugely, and then we'll talk about the little individual parts and make this another 3-hour episode.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the separate arcs, or the two big arcs?
This is gonna be long enough as is. I say fuck no.
No, well, I will talk about them anyway.
Go quick.
Continue.
What?
Huh? Who?
What? We'll wing it. We'll wing it. We'll overview it. This is the tale, the life and times of, and the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. She is basically a person who is interested in a better world than the one she's currently living in now. She wants everything to be kind of fantastic and whatnot, so she creates a brigade of sorts, the SOS Brigade, led to... Basically, it's kind of like a bootleg detective agency, Scooby-Doo mystery, slice-of-life club type of thing, which works to the advantage of the show because, wouldn't you know it, life isn't as it seems in the question mark of the school that they are going to. And they get into a bunch of shenaniganry that Miss Harumiya is never aware of. Our stars are actually Kyon, who is Haruhi's classmate, and I guess like technically not second in command because she was just like, nah, the other guy he's the second guy, and you're just a mook. No, I'm just kidding. No,
They do call him a mook, though.
they do. I was upset. I was just like, dang, Kyon is like the first person who joined, and he's just the delivery boy.
That's true.
But yes, it mostly circles around the Esper, the time traveler, and the alien, trying to prevent anything bad technically happening to Haruhi, or anything that might cause a disruption in the Pulse. So it's basically damage control, the anime. However, with your slice of life, nice kicks and some very interesting decisions per arc, per episode, per season.
Yeah.
But we can go into in depth if you want to start with maybe the first part of what's going on.
Yeah, we'll talk. So let's talk about the first arc, quote unquote, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Suzumiya. I can't read. But this is basically the overarching arc for season 1, is how it was presented in the 2006 season. Because what you watch chronologically, those 6 episodes were split out between the 14 episodes. And so this is basically the start of the whole series. Like, it shows how everyone came together, how everyone's an Esper, an alien, a time traveler, and such. And it comes to the point where they have to save the world, and I love this arc. This is such a good arc. I love it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, the first 6 episodes really kind of pull you in, and I was very surprised that they started out they started out guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
They throw a lot of exposition at you, especially within the first 2 episodes, especially with Yuki and whatnot. And yet, while I was very fatigued watching that part, I was very much intrigued by it. It's tough when you have a lot of talking and not a lot of interesting things happening, but it was to the point of like, haha, you thought this was your average school show. Like, let's go on into the occult and the crazy. And I was like, I'm in, let's go.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't know what I expected when I was going to watch this show, but it wasn't this. Mm-hmm. But that's in a good way.
Yeah.
This was not a bad premise to go off of. I think it's actually a super cool way. Mm-hmm. But
I'll be honest, I was ready to trash the show, being like, it's another school anime about stuff that doesn't matter, but little did I know.
Foolish little one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't make fun of my height.
I'm sorry.
They did it again. I can't believe it.
I can't believe you're a baby.
They did it again.
They fucking did it again. I
wonder if they'll do it a third time. Maybe not until the end of the episode. We'll see.
But I think this is great. It has, especially episode 6 of this arc, where it's technically the end of the first season airing. It's just so good. I love it. I think it's wonderful.
They all kind of feel self-contained, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I think the first 6 episodes, if you were just curious about it, I think Chuck also mentioned it, watch the first 6, and if you like it so far, then you might be enjoying the rest. I love it. I love that first 6 episodes. I love it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the second half.
Yeah. Well, there's a little in between that has the boredom of Haruhi, where she's just going around being tired. Bamboo Leaf Rhapsody. I can't remember what that one was. I need to pull up the list of episodes.
Bamboo.
But let's see. I'm a liar. Okay, so don't believe me. Yeah, the boredom was the baseball episode. which is
The baseball episode was kind of fun.
I do like them.
There's nothing wrong with a good filler baseball episode.
That's true. I've watched some very good filler baseball episodes in the time.
Hey, Yamcha, turn around real quick.
Huh?
That's the one
that
kind
ass.
of filler that I will always accept. Is baseball episode.
Yamcha ass?
true.
Oh, yeah,
Yamcha
baseball.
ass. I will.
Yamcha too.
Yeah. And then they do Bamboo Leaf Rhapsody, which is where they go back in time 3 years, and that's when Haruhi, which they talk about earlier in the show, that Haruhi like wrote in the field of her school in middle school, but it was actually Kyon going back to the past to do that, and then they go into the bed and sleep for 3 years.
And then she tried to go
part,
back to
that
the
was too
future.
trippy.
That did trip me out. I was like, what? No way! It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I like little
made me
stuff like that.
scared.
I really liked that. That was a really interesting episode, and it had baby Haruhi yelling at Kyon, and I was like, this is wonderful.
This
And
is what your
Kyon
life
was
has been.
Yeah, and Kyon, and like it shows that Kyon was the person who really inspired Haruhi to be the person she is, to have the mystique in Aliens. And funnily enough, when they go back the 3 years, I'm pretty sure that's the same exact time that like the big power like distortion in the world or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah.
That's the point right there, which is a super interesting thing to show, and I like how they did it.
Yeah. Overall, just the premise, it was a good
Yeah.
idea. Well, aside from the whole, let's upload the episodes in the wrong order intentionally. That was
That's
pretty
true.
dumb. But the idea of, there's a little teenage girl running around who doesn't know that everything she thinks will become reality. It's a good idea.
Yeah, and then Mysterique sign, which was just about the logo being like a crazy transform thing with a photorealistic bug.
Oh yeah, that scared me. I was just like, "Geez, Louise,
Yeah,
you're having battles. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm down. You're like action Scooby Doo."
poor Computer Research Society president. He doesn't even have a name. That's his name.
I'm so
Dang.
man. IT people, we get shafted.
You don't have a name.
Anime.
Don't even. Maybe it's for the best. They don't need to know.
That's true. But that was a
Just fix my computer, damn it.
somewhat like interesting, but also really felt like a filler episode for sure.
Yeah.
But then we get to Remote Island Syndrome, which I really loved.
See, that's
it was
the way you disguise your filler. Is you upload the episodes in order that doesn't make any sense. Boom. Nobody knows. Go ahead.
Boom. They're like, does this make sense?
Yeah.
But Remote Island is super fun. I love those 2 episodes. The man died.
Yeah, man. That was when I was just like, okay, is this just like an anime just solving mysteries? If so, I'm down. Like, give me some
Yeah.
more of that.
It was
didn't
fun.
Really.
It was
Well,
fun.
hey, I still liked it though.
Oh yeah.
Like Harumi, I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
Say, Scoob.
But yeah, he got stabbed, and then they're like, "Surprise! I'm not dead."
What?
Ah!
He's like,
I'm dying.
ah.
All right, gang, it's time to split up.
I did. I don't know. I like the atmosphere of like a
Bro,
mystery,
I
a
accidentally
murder.
ripped a hole in the space-time continuum.
Raggy. I ripped a hole in space continuum.
Jinkies, we killed the man.
Ruh-roh.
Like-
Hide the body, Scoob.
Like, oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's me.
I'm the body scoop. Only does me.
Roke Raggy. I go dig up a... But that's fun. I really like that. Them playing detective and having it like, oh, it was set up. But still, I like that. And then...
Nice little Ace Attorney reference. In
Oh
there.
my god! Oh my god! I lost my mind because the second half of the second episode, was just Ace Attorney, and I loved it. When she put her hands down on the table, I was like, "That's it. That's Ace Attorney."
And then you had what's the guy with his eyes closed? I forget his name always.
Quan Lai Quan Ji.
Kwanji. No, what is his name?
No, his name's it's what's his face?
Kinha.
Bless you, Koizumi.
Koizumi.
Not even remotely close, Pino.
Doing the shrug, like
Yes,
like
yeah, he did
for the
the
defendant.
shrug.
Ah, that
Yes.
was so good.
I was like, oh, that's Edgeworth. But yeah, and then she pointed, and then I screamed. Like, I was watching it with Joan, and I screamed when she pointed, and I freaked out.
Nice.
It was great. But guys,
there was like a good couple episodes in there, and then we kind of reached.
well, guys,
A questionable kind of area.
We're gonna talk about the part that is very decisive, so very decisive. We're talking about Endless 8. This is 8 episodes of the same thing. And I
Guys.
think I know what other people think about it.
Guys,
I know what I
we are going to talk about Decisive 8. And this is just 8 episodes of the same thing. And I think I know how other people might feel about this.
Guys, now we're going to talk about Endless 8. And I think I know how other people think about it. And I know how I feel about it.
Guys, Endless 8 is something we're going to talk about right now. And I know how I might feel about it. And I know how my other people might feel about it.
Guys, we're now going to talk about Endless 8. I know how they think about it. And I really know how I think about it.
This feeling of deja vu.
But
We didn't do it 8 times!
Fuck. Well,
No, I'm
it's
kidding.
deja vu.
We'll do it in post.
I'll just keep. That's actually the whole episode. I
Yeah.
just keep repeating those
my God.
those 5 lines.
I just
But
feel like I'm
regardless,
something I'm forgetting. I feel like if I don't tell them now, I'll just have to relive this podcast again.
guys, it's August 31st. Podcast unrecorded.
We haven't done our homework.
That's for the tomorrow for me to worry about. But Endless 8 is about the last 2 weeks of summer vacation that Haruhi wants to live forever.
It's just Phineas and Ferb.
It is Fromius and Flurb.
It's Formius and Formicelli.
Formatello. And it repeats 8 times. And I think it's a really interesting thing that they did. I would be upset if I was watching it while it was being aired, but I didn't watch it while it was being aired, so I have a different opinion.
Yeah, you
But-
could pretty much just zone out.
Well, like it's I watched probably 6 of those attentively, and 2 of them I half watched because I had them on dub. But it's interesting because they use the same voice lines for the most part. There's always a little bit of variation, and they have
Because not everything happened the same way.
yeah. For
like
example,
on the 1,400th time, they actually did not do the fireworks thing.
And she got a
And then,
different mask. Yuki
She
did
did
Every
get a
time,
different
you know.
mask.
I'm pretty
She
sure.
likes to keep it spicy.
Yeah.
They have different swimsuits, different
they
kimonos.
also I talked about this earlier. They're not just reusing animation. Each episode had different camera angles, even though it's the same thing. It has different camera angles and different things about the episode. Like you could, for example, if you wanted to, you could take all those episodes together and splice them in and out throughout, changing different sections with each other from the different episodes, and you'd get the same show. And I think it's really cool how they did that, because it's I get it. I know why people don't like this. It's 8 episodes of the same thing.
Hey, Garb.
Yeah,
Ready to end this man's career?
yeah.
Let's go. You start.
It was stupid.
Oh,
I hated it.
I
Why the
spaced
hell am I
out.
sitting through it 8 times? I understand the fact that it's like, oh, we're repeating it. I get it. I got it after the 3rd episode. Solve it on the 4th one. Let's call it a day.
but then it's not Endless 8.
Shut your mouth. I don't care, dude. Just say it happened. This repetition happens 7 times, like the narrator usually does. And I'd be okay
No,
with it.
And it's not even that it only happened 8 times. It happened how many thousand? Over like
15,000 something 20-something.
a lot of years, okay?
Yeah.
And poor Yuki had to suffer through it all.
Yeah.
I
well,
know.
that's I think doing that 8 times really added to the despair of it.
Okay.
Like,
it was cool
like, you
in Majora's
felt
Mask because you're playing a video game.
Okay,
is not
shut up.
It's cool in
Fucker.
Lightning's Return because nobody played that but me.
No, shut up. I'm just saying, I liked how they did it. I think it's interesting. I'm not saying that
Okay.
it's perfect. I'm not
Interesting
saying
does
that this
not-
is what I want.
Something being interesting in no way shows its quality or...
I think it was quality.
Now, imagine if you're the regular viewer who's never seen this. I think after maybe a couple episodes, you're just like, what the hell? I'm going to drop this. It's the same thing over and over again.
Well, the
That's
image,
kind of how I felt after the 4th episode. I'm like, am I able to skip something?
It made
Should I
great
well,
background
well,
noise for
like-
Animal
well,
Crossing.
So the thing
It does.
The thing
Hanging
is,
out with Grandma was kind of interesting. That I heard. What was a good line? Yeah, I'll bring my bike.
What?
but
You mean
I-
they didn't bring their bikes?
No, just you and me did. We can't let them win.
no using ESP, okay?
What's a cicada going to get back to me?
I feel like Pandora's box opening this. But
What'd she call it?
classified
Information.
Is this something you just can't say on television?
I did laugh at that. But
I like
so,
the one part I did laugh is the one loop around where he's like, "We're stuck in a time loop. We're stuck in a time loop.
Yeah,
We're stuck in a time." All right, you can knock it off.
yeah. No, there's so there's the image of how to watch Haruhi. If you look up how to watch Haruhi, this will be like the main image that you see. It's a black image with white text, and at the bottom it has a endless 8 type deal. And it says, if you don't want to watch all of it, you should watch 1, 2, and 8.
That's
Why
fair.
specifically 1, 2, and 8? Is there some discrepancies?
Well, because 1 has the first one without any deja vu.
Right, that's them actually.
second
That's
one-
day 1, right?
The second one has has like the first instance of deja vu. The last one has the last instance. I think you should watch 1, 2, 3, and 8 maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. You can skip a couple of them if you,
You know what?
really.
You continue, but I'll explain it after.
If you
Go ahead.
really, really want to skip them, you can. I didn't want us to skip it because that's part of the show. You have
for
to
the
rank
sake
the
of
we
show.
review,
can't skip it.
we watch it so you don't have to.
Nah. But I don't know. I like Endless 8. I think it's smart. I think it's interesting how they
Okay.
did it. It really added the despair
No.
of the time loop. Shut up, let me talk. The despair of how many times you're doing it over and over again. You feel like
I
you're
definitely
like, holy
felt
shit.
despair.
And at the 8th episode, I was so fucking happy for the characters.
Dude, for something
out.
else, yeah.
No, and I just was like smiling like a doofus. It wasn't like a relief, like thank fucking God it's over. It's like holy shit, they actually did it. Like they made it. I don't know. It just made me happy, and I was so glad that it wasn't Hyun having to go behind Haruhi and saying I love you. I would have been the
Yeah.
most upset.
I don't know.
would have been so angry.
But you know what doesn't make sense to me?
What's up, Chief?
Each rotation, he's just like, I there's like something, but I don't remember. He made it sound like it was so important to remember the solution to the problem, and he's
Well-
like, "Let's do homework, let's go." I'm just
Well-
like, really? What?
Well,
Is that
Pino.
really what you? Is that really what Haruhi wanted to do? Like, what the hell?
Hey, Pino.
Mm-hmm.
They show you that every episode.
8 times in a row, as a matter of fact.
They do.
Yeah, and he did his homework by himself.
The
I
first
can do
time,
my homework by
and
myself.
then he didn't do it. But like that's the thing, like it's in your face at the end of those episodes. It's like, hey,
It's a
is-
stupid result, in
I
my
think-
opinion. It's stupid.
I think
I
that the
don't think
moral
it's
of the story is to do your homework.
It's
the moral
stupid
of the
because
story-
it
the moral-
invalidates that movie they watched when they aired. I don't know if it was the 3rd rotation or the 3rd episode of
They
8,
watched it,
where
like-
they watched the movie and the girl whispers something in his ear in the movie, and then you see it happening like in a strange flashback to him, and I'm just like, okay, so then Koizumi's right. Like you're setting this up, and no, it's no freaking homework.
well, it was a joke. It was a joke of him. But also, I'd like to point out when
Let's
they
point
saw
out he
the-
kissed her in episode 6, so I'm just like, okay, this is the natural jump, I guess.
No. What happened was
What happened?
the What happened? The first episode.
That's every Keon every
Let
time they come
me-
back.
He wakes up. What happened?
Every
He's
loop.
like, I have a feeling that I'm gonna get a call. What happened?
Is that like something
but-
you can't say on television?
I've seen Yuki's face. What happened?
What happened? Yeah. No, but the first
I wish you'd let me
episode.
buy that thing for me.
Let me talk. The first episode of Endless 8 has them asleep watching the movie, but then like on episode 20 or whatever, they show them watching the movie again. The guys are not asleep, and I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, there's discrepancies. Like it's
I know.
described in the thing.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool how there's discrepancies. I don't know. People hate me. People are gonna crucify me for my opinion.
Just
What do you
stop
mean?
having bad opinion.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Admit it's bad.
okay, Garb. You're gonna talk to me about bad opinions?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, yours are bad. Just this
You're
one
pretty
time.
stinky.
Excuse me?
This is one time.
Poopy.
Garbalets?
You see, I am an expert on it. I have the most, so I would know when to recognize a bad opinion. Okay?
It's true. You know what I described this Endless 8? I described this sort of like the middle section of K-On! When I watched it the first time.
That you just wanted
Where
to
it
get
was
over.
just like, what is this? What am I doing here? What is the point?
Why am I here? Just to suffer?
Just to suffer? Why
Why
are we still here?
That's Keon every time they tell him that it's a time loop. Why would I believe that?
Well,
first
there's
off,
someone
I
here
think-
who's lived through it all.
Do you mind telling me who that was?
I think you already know.
Is it true?
Yes.
I
don't know, man.
So
Is
we've
that something you
lived the
can't say
same
on
time
television?
over. I can help explain. So it's classified information, and there's classified information.
Integration
So when
of
I
thought
haven't gotten
entity.
it in a while of classified information, I did class. I like it. Okay, let me.
You know what I like?
Crucify me,
I like koi fishing.
dude. They didn't koi fish. They goldfish scooped.
Bro.
Yes, koi.
Bro.
May I see that for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does anyone else have anything to put on the list?
What list?
Okay, no one. Okay.
well.
So tomorrow we're gonna do a Bond dance. No, but I do like how we all know how the episode goes.
You know why?
We
'Cause we gotta watch
every
it.
time. I just think it's funny.
This is how I feel like when I watch Indiana Jones, and then I come back and I'm just like, tickets, please. No ticket, and you see me visually throwing out a Nazi out a window. This
I
is
don't
me
know,
doing
man.
Sean Connery. I remembered my Charlemagne. Let my
Guys.
armies.
guys.
Why does it have to be snakes?
Guys, I love
Oh,
Endless
God.
8. This belongs in a museum.
You're wrong. If you say you like
So do
Endless
you.
8, send us an email.
Guys, if
Yeah.
you like Endless 8, send me an email. I
If you
want to
don't
hear.
send me an email,
Don't send Pino anything. He
Email-
doesn't deserve it.
Email contact
Okay.
at funkyanimePodcast.com.
For Pino, follow him on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's where he deserves it. But regardless, I
let's
like
move
it.
on. Let's move on. I'm
I
done
like
with this.
it. Guys, we're gonna
Jeez.
talk about
You're
how
wrong.
they made a movie.
You're wrong for liking
Oh
it.
my
Let's
god!
move on.
I don't want to even talk about the movie. Never mind. Just skip
No,
it.
I like the movie. I like the movie.
Guys, I was rooting for the underdog, but there were two teams
I
from
typically
the other
always root.
prefecture.
There were two teams from schools that I don't even know.
They're all high school teams, but I don't really care.
But for some-
ringing. Yeah,
I know you
You
don't
don't
have
need
to
to tell me. Bitch.
Hey, Keon, bring your swim trunks, and some blah 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 blah.
Ah,
Okay,
the
bye.
chlorine. That's how you know it's summer.
They should call this the communal pool. None-
Ah, that's why they call it a public swimming pool. The whole town
Wait a
must be
second.
here.
They're my lackeys, so just ask him if you want anything.
Yeah.
What
do
is this
whatever I
feeling of
say.
deja vu? I just see Yuki sitting there
I wish she'd let me buy that for her.
after all that she's done for us.
Why did I even have to say that? Why did I even want to talk to her? Anyways,
Have
movie
you
time.
even done your homework?
Shut up! Movie
Yeah.
time.
It was easy. You could do
I
that
did
in
it in
3
July.
days.
Shut up!
It took 3 days.
As this loop continued in his head, Pino just wanted to end it all, but he was mostly just hungry. He had some dinner waiting for him, but it's all right. He likes spending time with the boys. Anyways, let's talk about that movie they made.
Yeah, the size of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Dang, I can't believe you're talking about her size.
Dude, this
Just
shit
kidding.
was meta.
Man, this was all kind of messed up. I hated this.
Dude,
Well,
this
you
is
only
meta.
hated.
Dude, it had
I
me.
hated
It
the
wasn't
whole
that
thing.
bad.
No, this was the most uncomfortable I've ever felt with Haruhi.
This shows who Haruhi is.
Yeah, a terrible person
Yeah,
Well,
who
she's
happens
not-
to accidentally control the universe?
who's probably God.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe I believe that she's just a normal person.
Yeah.
I just think.
Listen.
Yeah.
He turned into an animal. But the side of Haruhi is basically just how they made a movie for the cultural festival. I don't know. I think it's interesting.
I think it's dumb. I
liked
think
it.
she. I didn't like it at all.
You know what?
And my complaint with this entire series, if there's one thing, because this it's really apparent here, is everybody fits their tropes to an extreme, and I did not like the way how Haruhi's, she's like she's not a tsundere, but like her like her like doesn't know
were you gonna
carefree
call her
her
a-
carefree attitude, and her like in her what is it called, her lack of empathy for the feelings of others to push her plans through, or she
Masochist?
sucks.
She
She's
does not.
bad.
No, wait a second.
She bullies this poor girl, Miss
That's true.
Miss
That's
Asahina,
true.
to no end. Makes
that
her
did-
wear all these uncomfortable things. Made me remember like the teacher from K-On! I was just not digging it.
That did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I didn't like.
She would cry. You
Size.
see tears in her eye. I'm just like, girl, leave her alone.
Well, I'm not.
Damn it.
Pino, I'm not saying it's good. Well, I like the. I like it.
I
But
look a
still,
little bully sometimes. No. I'm just like, no, leave her the f alone. And like
did you
this,
self-censor yourself?
I'm censoring. I don't. Everybody knows I don't like to curse here.
Pino
don't.
doesn't say a single swear. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Once again, I don't like how she bullies. But there's
This-
a point where Keon stands up and is like, "Fuck you, bitch! You ain't
Yeah, man.
doing shit."
She spiked your drink.
That is true. That was
What the
pretty
hell?
fucked.
Like, what
that
are you,
was
what are
fucked.
you doing?
That was definitely fucked. Anyway,
And it still made the final cut.
it did still make the final cut. But
I was done after that. I felt just like Keon. I'm like, girl, what the hop
Yeah,
off your
but
hop
it-
off this, man.
but they did show the just the movie making process and
The worst part. Sorry, I'll end my rant here. The worst part. She has not learned her lesson.
well, of course
is
she
not,
hasn't. She's God.
Continue. I'm just gonna not talk for this.
No,
the rest of
you
the
can-
remainder
no,
of this.
Pino,
No,
you
I
can
don't wanna,
talk.
I hate it. That's all I gotta say. I hate it.
I don't know. I liked like the steps that they went through to get all the electronics, the model guns, all that stuff. Filming the movie's a little weird. I did like how cheesy that fucking movie turned out to be.
Yeah.
Which
Oh, yeah,
also,
I like that it
movie
got to
itself
be
was
an
funny.
episode. I don't know why.
which is funny. The movie was the first episode of the 2006 anime series,
Which was
What?
very strange to me, but I
Yeah.
I dig it.
Okay.
which is bonkers to me because you don't literally. There's no other part in season 1 that talks about them doing the movie.
Yeah,
Isn't that kind of bonkers?
A little
it's
bit.
kind of dumb.
But anyway,
Throws you a curveball.
anyway, I liked it. I thought it was cool. I liked seeing the film at the end. I'm also a ventriloquist. That made me laugh so much.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
smacked the cat.
Yeah, she's. Hey, you should just do the mind trick on her or something. I've seen you do it before that magic wand. I'm also a ventriloquist.
Yeah, that got me good too.
That tickled me pink. That was really good.
You're right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I liked the crusty feel of the movie.
Yeah, I do too. They even like that delightful
I will say-
4x3.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
delightful.
I will say it does really sum up how class projects, like class video
Oh,
projects,
yeah.
are in a high school setting.
Oh,
You have some of those instances.
I have some of them saved. I had to do a cooking video for my Spanish class in high school, freshman year, and my family still make fun of me for it because I think
Wow.
Cause
Nice.
what was it? I had to. I was making like chocolate chip cookies or something because that's easy as shit. But when I like had to list all the ingredients and blah blah blah. But when I said eggs, I said dos huevos. and then I waited for like 2 seconds, and my family always makes fun of me for that. But
Hey.
guys, we're gonna get dos huevos on a shirt. Dos huevos, 2 eggs. I know that. But I love it. It feels authentic, that like bit.
I will say, yeah, I admit, I guess us, because all of us have delved in video editing before and whatnot, or editing of any type, so it tickled our jimmies there. I will agree
It tickled
there.
my jimmies. Ooh, you can't tickle me there.
They were thoroughly
Report you
tickled.
to
It
HR.
rustled our jimmies, sorry.
You can't tickle them though. But yeah, I like. It's definitely made me uncomfortable at points. Like that's no denying. But like, oh man, I like the movie making process. I've always been super interested in filming and doing those sorts of things. So like seeing the kind of like really awful, chaotic way that they tried to film this movie, it's just like beautiful in a way.
Yeah.
It's exactly how a team project ends up being.
Not
It's
sincere,
minus
but-
spiking drinks.
It was sincere, but man, was that fucked at some points. But I still liked it. There were like the spiked drink I didn't like. That was like real bad. I was like, no thank you.
Yeah, that was rough.
But yeah.
Anywho, that's the series in total.
Well, and then we have a couple of the ending ones.
Oh yeah, those
Well,
were
because
kinda...
there's Live Alive, which was the
Sorry, did
cultural
you say
festival.
Love Life?
No, I did not say a thing.
Aw.
Live Alive, which was just the cultural festival, which had the singing scene in it, which I got so hyped for because I completely forgot about it until watching it, and it was great. It was great. They sung "God Knows," and I was like, I know this song. I had to switch it to the sub because I wanted to hear it sung in Japanese.
Yeah, but I like hearing the lyrics.
Well, I could read the lyrics.
Okay, that's fair.
But yes, it was good stuff. And then after that,
Then the last episode, which was kind of just an average day, in a
Yeah, it
sense.
because there was the day of the Sagittarius, which was the war one, the computer battle one. That was fun.
That one was fun. That was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna throw it hands down best episode.
I don't know if it was the best episode. I really enjoyed it though. I thought that was so fun. And
What, you don't think episode number 7 of the Endless 8 was the best
Personally, I'm
episode?
more of a fan of 5 of Endless 8, but regardless, it had the Computer Research Society, who was kind of like just like a bunch of fools, a bunch of goons.
Yeah,
They're the comedy relief.
What club
They are.
isn't a bunch of goons?
I did laugh though when she like kicked him, like that guy.
How dare you? These are my people.
Well, like
You
whenever
at least hear somebody before you kick them.
he said a duel. Anything after that, the loser says doesn't matter. But they talked about that, and that was super fun. And then finally, they had Someday in the Rain, which is actually the only original episode of the anime.
Huh.
And it's technically the only episode not from Kyon's perspective. Like you don't hear any thoughts from him. Well, actually, no, you do. But you like
hear a
see.
little bit.
So you just lied.
No,
You lied on a podcast.
Hush, hush,
You
hush, hush,
lied on
You
a
just-
podcast.
hush, 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 hush.
You provided
Hush,
false
hush, hush, hush,
information.
hush,
We
hush,
never
hush,
do that.
hush, hush,
We
hush, hush,
never
hush,
in a million bajillion years.
Someday in the Rain is not from Kyon's perspective because in every other show, it has them following Kyon around. But at points in this episode, it cuts back to the club room, cuts back to them doing things there without Kyon there.
That was very odd.
Well, because it was the only original episode.
But I don't know.
non-canon.
It didn't fit for me. I don't know why it's
I
considered
think
the last
because
episode.
it was because it was kind of like shoehorned in.
Hmm.
Because it's technically the last chronologically, but it's not a good series ender. You know.
I don't know. I
Which-
like that
which-
the last episode was just a real chill, laid back episode.
I do love like those hangout episodes.
Yeah,
you
I like that
know?
it was
There's
low
not-
stakes specifically.
There's no big bad. It's just them chilling, and And also, we did not watch the movie, which probably has a much better conclusion overall for the series, but we didn't watch that yet. I might watch it on my own later.
Yeah.
Or we might watch it later for the podcast. Who knows?
We'll see.
Anyway, I don't know. Someday in the Rain I liked. I thought it was good, not great.
I guess. I mean, that's one way to end a series, but
Well,
I didn't really get any closure, I guess.
Well, technically, that wasn't supposed to be the end of the series. The end of the series was supposed to be the end of Size of Haruhi, which is the one where he like stood up and is like, "You gotta like not fuck this movie up, and we're gonna make this movie."
Still very odd to me. Very, very odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our journey. It's pretty cool. I guess with the miscellaneous things that Chuck mentioned before, he said there might be a movie. As I began to talk more about any miscellaneous things, I recalled that this is probably the time when we do the best squirrel section. I'm not too prepared for it because I may have not chosen one yet. But you know what? Let's go wing it. Any moment now, he'll just say it. But I'll just keep talking until he does. Oh, well. Maybe I'll just stop.
Hey, Pino.
And you know what? What? Yeah?
We got to talk about the characters first.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. So let's start with some of the characters. Seems like, damn it, he figured out that I forgot how to run a podcast. This is so embarrassing. I wish I could just repeat this day 8 times again. Maybe more. Maybe 5,000 or something. Anyways.
Now, for all the listeners,
move on to
rewind
the
this to the start of the podcast.
For the full
Please
effect.
go to time code 222. Anyways, let's go into some characters then. Let's start. Let's start with everybody's main. Let's start with everybody's main offender, Haruhi Suzumiya. I don't like her.
You don't like her?
her?
You liked her.
I liked her
think-
parts.
I think
I just
the
don't like who
spiking-
she is.
I think the spiking thing really soured the mood for Papa Pino.
That's fair.
I'm an old man, okay? And
He
by
is.
old, I mean just a couple years older than you.
Well, you're a real old man to me.
Haruhi is, what are they? They were in 10th grade at the moment before they
They were
became
9th
11th
and
graders.
10th grade.
Yeah, and she's very carefree, like I mentioned before. She is very interested in a better world, a new world, a different world that is not
Guys, we're gonna
boring and
create a
dull
new
like this
world.
one. She is very demanding of her friends and those she becomes friends with. But that doesn't, I will say, that doesn't retract for some of her good qualities, which is shown in some of the later episodes where she was like, "Well, your band needed some help. I'll help you out." She's a very fast learner. She seems to pick up on things very quickly, which is pretty cool.
Part of that is because she's God, you know.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, okay.
You know, yeah, but yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, you
I
guys,
think, I think
talk
she's
about her.
a really interesting character. I've said that a lot in this episode, but this specifically, she's very cool to think about. Like, she's obsessed with the paranormal. She thinks, like, the world's too boring. There has to be something else out there.
And
And she does. She's like, that's why she creates the SOS Brigade. And I think she's really cool. Like, really cool as in a sense of a main character to follow. And she is a very headstrong individual. Obviously, some of her choices are a bit not good. But overall, I think she's still likable enough. Like, she's still doing her best. And, like, living her life.
But was she doing her rubesti?
What? How dare
She's
you?
not doing her rubesti, sorry.
Pino, have you ever done your rubesti?
I've done it.
When?
I never said I succeeded.
Oh. Okay.
She's really hard to like.
I like her.
Let's go on to the next one. Let's talk about her right-hand man, Mr. Kyon. I don't think he has a last name, so I'm going to call him Kyon.
He does not. At least in the whatchamacallit.
Mal.
The opening credits or Mal or anywhere he doesn't have a last name, and I think it's funny. I love him.
I like on my anime list, Kyon John Smith.
Yeah,
That's what it's listed as. This guy, he's very, very much.
He's the straight man, right?
He's kind of the straight man. He's the sane one. He is the voice of reason in a sense when it comes to all these shenaniganry. But he really just couldn't give any. He doesn't give two Fs.
I
no
like
flying
the sass
flagools.
of him. What a guy.
He's got sass.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. He did not mean to become friends with Suzumiya, but he just kind of humored her, and then he's like, "Well, now here I am. It's my fault."
I get that. Like the interest in like the weird people, and you're just like I want to like hear your wacko thoughts.
Wow. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, fuck
Man.
you, Garb, you piece of shit.
Whoa!
Huh?
You're right.
What'd you call me?
Nothing.
That's what I
Okay.
get for saying his opinions are bad.
That's
He
true.
is the only normal guy, so to speak.
Yep.
If normal is
Well, because
anything to be
Haruhi
defined.
can change reality. We talked about that. Regardless, Kyon is the literal straight man. He's the only
Mm-hmm.
dude who is normal, and he has to put up with all this garbage. He deserves an award.
He's the most human, I think, which is nice. I mean, he's got his likes, his dislikes.
I think part of him
And-
being the straight man is, he doesn't get any powers, and so he always has to play that same role,
Yeah.
keep it consistent. Makes sense. It's smart.
I think throughout the entire series, anytime he felt a certain way, I felt exactly the same way. I was just like, if he was done with this, I was done with it. If he
Oh,
was
yeah.
when he was for it, I'm like, well, I guess I'm for it too. Like,
Pine's like, I
it
guess.
really lined up, and I realized one thing as I was watching, and I said, oh my god, behind the scenes in real life, I'm just Kyon.
Yeah.
I get a little bored of this kind of protagonist is in a lot of anime, but I don't know. It didn't bother me as much here, if at all.
Yeah, I really liked his snarkiness. I think it really added to the show. There was no super omnipresent narrator. It was just him being like,
It's
what
just
the
him
fuck?
narrating,
Yeah.
He's like, wow.
Yeah. And it was
and he's
all,
even narrating kind of like.
It-
Sorry, you first.
It was very diegetic, whenever he was narrating, which is even better, in my opinion.
Kind of use the future tense, or was it past tense? I think, where he's like, I was sitting in my house like that. Like I liked how he was speaking outside and inside of time, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's a good
Yeah.
strategy for storytelling. I like that
Yeah.
because it's him doing it now, and then some moments he was thinking and speaking in the now, and I was like, okay, and it flowed pretty naturally, even when he was thinking to when he was talking.
Yeah.
And he's an overall cool dude. I like him.
Yeah,
like him.
I love him.
I'd give him a
He's
cool
great.
dude out of 10.
I'd give
I'd
him I'd give him a pretty epic man out of 5.
I'd hang out with him.
I'd hang on
with
him.
him.
Yeah. I'd buy him a juice box.
Nice.
He's too young.
Let's
Can't
move
have a
on.
Beer.
Let's move on to Miss Asahina Mikuru.
Yeah.
She is your typical shy anime girl, but she's from the future.
She's fucking wonderful. I love her.
Wait,
Asahina is what?
if we all are alive in the future,
Yeah.
does that mean that we're all from the future?
No, we're from
No.
the future.
That's just a little thought experiment.
Lelouch to the thought elevator again.
Okay, Dad. But Mikuru's great. I love her. She got cute hair. One of the times in Endless 8, you know what? You know what's the redeeming factor of Endless 8? Asahina gets cute hairstyles.
Okay.
Mm,
No,
I rest
can't
my case.
Can't really recall.
I
any of that.
didn't pay that close attention because it
I
was so
did.
boring.
I was still.
She had
I'm
her
still
hair,
angry about
she had her
sexual
hair up
harassment.
and 2 pigtails. It was
Listen,
wonderful.
let's not
Anyway.
spoil the glory of Miss Asahina by talking about Endless 8. Miss
Fuck
Asahina
off.
Yeah, let's.
is a cutie.
Miss Asahina-
She's always getting abused by Haruhi, and she's a very sympathetic character, but she is very cute.
Also,
I prefer future Asahina. Future
Oh
Asahina.
my.
Good future.
Future Asahina is
She got over the
masterpiece.
trauma of what Haruhi had
done
done
to
to her, and I was like, great. I know you're at least going to turn
Yeah.
out normal.
She's
Also, she's a
so
JoJo,
wonderful.
so let's be real. She got a little star mole on her
also
you know left
you know
breasticle.
you know what's funny?
Huh.
Yeah.
Her birthday is the same birthday as my older sister, which is
Whack.
Wow.
Dude, are you from the
Whack.
future? Is your sister
Whack.
from the future?
fun. No, my name's Phil. I'm Phil of the future.
Oh, dude, Phil of the future. What's it like?
Pretty shitty, honestly. Half the population died because of the virus.
Shit.
The virus?
Yeah?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but Mikaru's great. I love her, and then she time travels, and she's older, and she's beautiful, and I love her.
I just felt real bad for her. But I can't talk about why, because that's kind of classified. Anyways, moving on.
Is that like
Let's talk
something you
about-
can't say on television?
It's something I can't say on the internet.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Yuki Nagato, our resident computer thought processing alien machine.
To the thought
high school-
elevator.
To the thought elevator. She talks like this, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is about female characters that are really monotone, but I really like those kinds of characters.
Especially
I don't
when
know,
they bleed
guys.
like crazy, but also heal up.
Guys,
instantly.
remember when we talked about this in the No Game No Life episode and you guys didn't like it?
Well, it's
Yeah,
different
because
whenever they're
that
a
show
lolly.
sucks.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
How
I liked
dare you.
her. She was great. She's cute. She has short hair. If she reads books, she's a robot.
I think it just the trope works better in this context than it does in something like No Game No Life.
Yeah.
And
Plus, she's not really a lolly here.
yeah, exactly. I love her.
Or
She's
scantily dressed.
great. All right.
She's great. She's super good. She's like
she's had
the
to endure.
most reliable person.
She had to endure
Well,
so much
not really, because
suffering.
she didn't have the hindsight to be like, hey, so this is day one of the loop. I should tell you this now.
No, but she's supposed to
She's
observe.
just an observer. I get it.
Stop making friggin' fun.
And yet she wanted to have fun while playing the video game.
That's cute.
yeah.
I loved
She could have
it.
learned. She could have learned that. She was obviously bored of the loop. That's why she got different masks to change it up a
No,
bit.
but she was there to whatever. Anyway, I love her too. She's great. Like
She's great.
I like all the characters.
Yeah, she's great. Now let's talk about our second favorite gentleman, Koizumi Itsuki.
You know, how am I supposed to accept that with that dumb grin on your face?
What do you mean? I can't even see you right now. My eyes are closed. He's cool.
I must admit this is a very serious matter.
Dude, the first time that he showed up, I instantly liked him, and that's how you know you've got a good character.
I like him. He's fun.
He goes with the flow, which is kind of cool, but not cool at the same time.
Yeah.
But I like him.
I don't know. I think he's cool. He has Esper powers.
Yeah. He's a railgun.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Well, he turned into like a celestial being and
He
fought
did.
like the giant thing once.
Yeah, in the closed space, and then they said that's
Oh, yeah,
enough
then
of
they
that.
just kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, they did it. Well, I
Well,
guess
they made mention
they
of it
forget about a
later.
lot of stuff.
well because
He
'cause-
becomes like the dictionary. He becomes the guy who gives you the mission.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing about it is like he's only an Esper in certain positions.
Oh, yeah, and his
Close
power
space.
depends on whatever fucking plot device. Who gives
Well,
a shit?
shut up.
Yeah.
Shut
if she's
up.
upset, boom, close space. But she was upset multiple times, and no close space happened after the
Yeah.
first close space.
You
You
know.
know, the
Well,
usual.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm trying to give this show its dues.
Okay, listen.
Oh no, it has its dues.
I love
We're just
Koizumi.
pointing out its don'ts. Yeah, Koizumi's great. We're not saying he's a great guy.
Don't get me
He
wrong.
just didn't use his power as much because
I'm taller
story.
than Koizumi.
Nice. You're probably taller
Nice.
than most anime characters because
Guys, send me an anime character that's taller than me, and don't send
Everybody
me
in
Piccolo,
One Piece.
because I already
Wait.
know who Piccolo
do
is.
they just have to guess how tall you are, or are you gonna tell
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Okay, everyone. Okay, so next episode, if you made it this far, you need to email me. How tall do you think I am? I will give you a few hints.
He's taller than Whitebeard.
Email us where?
I don't think that. I don't even know how tall Whitebeard is.
He's too tall. That's what it is.
I am very tall. I'm much taller than Pino. I sometimes hit my head on doors. My feet are really big. That doesn't really assist with the height thing, but I just wanted to tell you.
You just want everyone to know that your feet are really big.
Guys, if we ever open a P.O. box, please send me big shoes only.
They're
Anyway,
gonna send you
size
little
big.
shoes.
if they send me little shoes, like fucking...
I will wear them on my
they're-
fingers.
No, like baby...
He'll wear him on his toes.
No, like baby shoes. Like I can fit some baby shoes on my like big toe.
Oh God.
Like it's real shit. I got
Welcome to the
big
toe
ass
cast, everybody.
guys. I hate the toe cast. We're moving on. Kazumi's good. Koizumi's wonderful.
Koizumi's great, and that's all the important people I actually want to talk about.
Yeah, I agree.
No one else matters.
Yeah, there's a long hair, purple hair, but who gives a shit?
Little sister, talking cat.
Yeah.
Talking cat, pretty up there though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys.
not gonna lie. Very
Shaman-
loud laughing girl.
Yeah.
Shamus. Also, Loud Laughing Girl and Ryuko the alien. I thought they were the same person for a hot second.
No, they had different hair.
I know they did, but they looked the same.
Yeah.
Glad Ryuko died though.
She did die. She fucking ate it, and that was good.
Should have, yeah,
Shit.
man.
And then we also got like Taniguchi and Kunikita, who were the classmates who were stinky and bad and were rating women, and I would never do that on any form of media.
Yeah,
ever.
definitely not in a segment on a podcast.
No, I would never. But also they
While
were really,
Pino thought about that statement, he didn't really understand what was going on.
it was a really creepy time though. I didn't like whatever they were like. She's an A++. I'm like, shut up, you fucking simp. Anyway. And then there was
Pino thought in his mind he still didn't know what simp means, so
said
he's
that-
gonna start humming the Simpsons theme song. Do 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 do. Why are these guys humming? They don't know what I'm thinking of, or do they?
And then there's the Computer Research Society.
Oh yeah, those guys, the IT guys.
The main leader, president dude, has it. But anyway, they're all. I like the characters. There's a nice,
cool,
there's a nice
awesome,
cast.
great. I'm glad. All right, miscellaneous, awesome.
Pino, it seems like you really don't want to listen to this podcast.
I gotta pee.
Well, do you want to pause the episode, Pino?
Once he said that, he knew he messed up because he just wanted to say that to be funny.
Pino, do you need
He started
to pee?
thinking of another excuse.
Pino, yeah?
Not really. I
Okay.
just want to play Animal Crossing.
I
That was a
mean-
better excuse.
I mean, fair. So, guys, guess what?
What?
What's going on?
Welcome to the 57th edition of Who's the Best Girl, the part of the podcast where each contestant puts forward their choice for the best girl of the episode, doing it out for the title of Best Girl. Today, our contestants, once again, we keep doing this. Pino, Garb, myself, and the Patreon. Who are you each advocating for?
I pick Yuki Nagato.
I pick Mikuru Asahina.
I pick the HR department. No, I'm kidding.
Pino?
Who'd you pick?
I
You better make-
picked Surya,
Who?
the loud laughing girl.
That, okay. There was two other, well, I guess you don't like men, but you know.
Hey, I'm a man myself. I'm not angry at myself.
I'm a man myself. I like other men. How dare you?
I'm not. I like.
Pino!
Okay, fine. I'll pick the toilet again. God damn it.
There's no toilet in this episode, in this show. There was never once. I don't think they poop in this show.
Oh my god, they didn't.
Pino. So you're picking Tsutsuya?
I'm picking the thought entity.
Oh my god.
Yuki?
Please. Can you argue
No,
first, please?
no, she's a machine. I'm picking the actual thought entity.
And the Patreon picked Haruhi, so Pino, have fun arguing for that one.
I got you.
Okay,
Got
so
you.
who goes first? Also, Pino.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Tell me about that
Let's
thought.
defend the thought entity. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what's cooler than being cool?
What?
Ice cold.
I said, you know what's cooler than being cool?
What's cool?
Ice cold.
Wrong.
Oh.
Being able to make anything you want to exist at a time and in time and being an alien.
All right.
All right, now let- Now
Okay,
Yuki.
now rating. Yeah.
I think that was such a cool concept, no joke. I think having like one giant entity being like, all right, this thing, this Haruhi girl, Haruhi, whatever her name is, she's important. Let me make little robots. Send them out. Just watch her. Just have fun. I like to watch things. That's my defense. You're next.
Yeah.
But Pino,
Pino, how could you like a thought?
End the episode right there. That's
Checkmate!
it. We're not
Checkmate!
in the whole podcast actually, because we're never topping that setup and punchline.
Garb, how about Yuki?
Listen, I like the character archetype. All right, she's quiet. You know, she's smart. She's really good at video games. That's like having a task on your side in real time.
But
That's not considered. She's not considered cheating because
that's
she's.
not legal.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, she is legal.
You can't go by frame and put inputs in.
Okay, I don't care.
Okay.
She said she didn't cheat.
I can't believe you're getting kicked off of speedruns.com.
She's just an organic macro is what we'll call it. Yeah.
I mean fair. I mean like that fits. That fits.
You know? That's what I want on my... Listen, any organic macros, hit me up.
The thought entity says no.
Aw, darn it. That was close.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Go ahead,
That's all I
Chuck.
got.
Yeah, I think you're right. She likes to read.
Yeah.
She's courteous.
Yeah.
She doesn't stick her nose in business that doesn't concern her.
Yeah.
That's pretty. She ain't no snitch, so that's good. She ain't no snitch.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, I can't.
I accept.
Yeah, stitches get stitches, man.
Yeah, man. And robots.
Yeah. I like
Robots are robots.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, man.
Fine by
They're
me.
cool.
This is the least trash talkingest
Guys,
episode.
Yuki's good, but not the best.
Well, I think that you're wrong when you say that.
Because
I
you
think
know
you're
why?
wrong. Why?
Because Yuki is also a thought. Next thing. Asahina's great. You know why?
Yeah,
You've
she's
sealed
pretty
your
good.
fate, but
Hey,
go.
Pino, you know why?
Why?
She has orange hair.
I wouldn't consider that orange. I'd say that's dirty brown.
What color? No, what?
Let's
Yeah.
go to the
How do I
wiki.
check color? Okay, I'm gonna check the wiki. Her
Age unknown.
hair color red/brown. Fuck, that doesn't help either of us. Okay, Okay, so let's see. Can I look
What's her
up
blood type?
what color is
Blood type.
this? What color is this? Colors from image. Yes, please. Okay. Give me a second. This is
What does
important.
He's
Sugoi?
gonna get the fucking RGB value and be like,
I am.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
so
there
what's
he
this
goes
color?
again.
Okay, so this is the color code for her hair. So now, what color is that?
Paste it in the chat. I need to see myself. Paste the hex.
There you go. That one. It is
That's red.
strong red orange, strong vermilion. Checkmate, baby. Orange
Okay.
hair.
Now
Yeah.
continue your argument.
And also, she's very cute.
Shit brown.
She cosplays.
Against her will.
Well, yeah.
That
Sometimes
is
she-
true.
She dresses like a thought, unlike our picks.
Wait a second. No, she's made to be dressed like a thought. You
And
cannot.
That does not excuse her being
does it-
dressed like thought.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Simp. Anyway, I love her. She's great. She's
He
cute.
called you a sim. We chose robots.
She's cute. She's a time traveler. She can go to the past and kill me.
That's fair.
Well, she can't really tell you that. It's classified, so she's gonna be hiding secrets for you forever. So I don't know,
Honestly-
dog. I
honestly,
really
I
don't
don't-
know.
I don't need to know everything about my significant other.
I mean, and you know what? It's not really going to be a two-person kind of significant other situation. You're going to be like, hey, where are you? And be like, sorry, I got to hang out with Haruhi. And, like, you'll never see her. She's always going to be at a club. And it's not going to work out.
Hey,
She's gonna be
Pino.
making movies.
Yeah,
Hey,
making
Pino.
movies, taking names.
I know. She can
They're
just
all
come
out of
back.
names.
Pino. She can just come from the future.
No, that doesn't
Yeah,
count.
that is.
Separate
That does.
character.
That's how they're the
Separate
same
character.
person.
That's
How
Separate
are they
character.
not?
Dude, it's like
Separate
Trunks and
character.
Future Trunks.
They're under the
separate
same.
characters.
They're under the same wiki. No, this is not bullshit
Separate
ass Dragon Ball
characters.
Z.
Because remember how many
time
times she
travel.
showed up? Twice. That's about it.
Yeah,
Never showed
but
up again.
she exists.
Never showed up again. Separate entity. Separate entity.
Separate
They're
thoughts.
the same person.
Separate thoughts.
It's a democracy.
No, this is not a democracy.
You know what? You know what that means? Double thought.
Double
I'm
thought.
Double thoughts.
Double thought.
Double thought.
I'm going to kill you.
Double thought.
You're going to die.
Double thoughts.
Thought.
I'm going to
Thought,
steal
thought.
your copy of Animal Crossing.
No, you're not.
It's a
Over
digital one.
My
so.
dead body.
I'm stealing Garb's.
I'd like to
Thought.
see you try. Go get it out of my cold, dead hands.
I will. You'll die.
Nope.
You'll be dead.
You're just mad because you thought.
But who is the simp now?
I've never
Us?
been a simp in my
Or
life.
Chuck?
Says
Pino,
the,
do you even know what a simp is?
I don't.
March, am I a simp?
Homie, you're the biggest simp in the world.
Eat my shorts. Are you little? Anywho, now let's defend. Now let me have the privilege to defend the one, the only Haruhi Suzumiya.
Hey, Pino.
Now,
Suzumiya.
this was due to the Patreon, and since I host it, the views expressed in this following description of Best Grill does not entirely reflect the views of Pino. Anyways, on to the show. Haruhi Suzumiya has a very wonderful design. I personally prefer the hairstyle she went through in the first episodes, which showed that she had a creative side where she just changed it every day. It's pretty cool. Brown hair, I always said, was the best hair color. Never, ever once have I said red hair is the best. So this brown hair color is really her aesthetic. Ribbons are probably the best things
do
about
love-
her as well.
Listen, some
and you know what?
ribbons, good shit.
She's musically talented.
It's true.
She can sing. She is athletically she's superior than any of her classmates. She's also technically God, so we can just go ahead and just yeet everybody else out the window if we ever wanted to. So if I wanted to declare people thoughts, by all means, they're a thought. You're a thought. She's a thought. I'm a thought.
Pino-
Everyone's a thought. To the thought elevator.
Okay. Miscellaneous section.
To what miscellaneous section? I haven't finished Bauschen.
Okay, keep going.
You know what? Now this one comes from the heart. Even though she is very
Eccentric.
demanding,
Abrasive.
very eccentric, she has her moments. I think that maybe if she
Pino-
wasn't as
Pino-
intense, she's fine.
Pino also has some of his moments.
Yeah. As he tried to wonder what he meant by some of his moments, he couldn't help but wondering. He was praising Miss Suzumiya. It was very strange.
Guys,
Anyways,
if you want to email us about who's the best grill, make sure to email us at funkyanimePodcast@gmail.com, or if you want to tell me how tall I am.
nice. No miscellaneous.
We
I
have-
can't think of anything.
We have one email.
Nice.
This is from Sadie, pertaining to our favorite segment in the whole podcast.
The Q&As?
This is, in fact, Fuck You, Pino, the
no.
best named segment in this whole
Will I
anime.
ever win?
You've always
Wait,
won.
I always win.
So, we're going off of this character. Okay, ready?
All right.
Number one. Well, first off, I'll tell you the rules. I have to describe an anime character to Pino. Pino has to guess after every
I am
single
Pino.
detail. Garb can guess at any time. Pino has never been defeated. Let's go. First, this character has blue eyes.
Blue eyes. It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
SpongeBob
Nope.
SquarePants.
Nope. Second, this man is in an anime that we haven't watched before.
Wow, in an anime. Wow, I wonder. Wow. Wait, what, we never watched before?
Yeah.
Jeez. Blue Exorcist.
No,
Boy.
he has silver hair.
Silver the Hedgehog.
Silver the
No.
Hedgehog.
No.
Damn.
It's
blue
no use.
eyes.
Blue eyes, white hair.
Yes.
Oh,
Silver
my.
hair.
Gasser's brother.
No.
No, we already watched that.
No, but he's a different show, so it's his brother.
Oh, you're right. Blue. Didn't you already give us that hint though?
No.
Well, I mean, we said Silver the Hedgehog. What am I going to say? Older Silver the Hedgehog?
No. This character is Russian.
Russian. A Russian anime character
Yes.
Blue
from an
eyes.
anime we haven't seen.
Yes.
Russian.
And you implied it's a
Was it-
male as well.
I did say he.
It's not Zangief. That's all I know.
It's not. Is that your final dandy?
That's one of my dandies.
I
Singular.
mean, you're technically correct, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. This character is from an ice skating anime.
Oh no.
Yuri on Ice?
Yes, but what's his name?
I don't know. I haven't seen that
Think-
show.
I
think of
love
a-
Yuri
wait,
on Ice.
Wait. Think of a Russian name.
Zapetsky.
Sloan.
It starts with a V.
Victor.
Verona.
Hey, Pino, can you say what Garb just said?
Nope,
Nope, that's not what he said.
Guillermo.
Nope, not close.
Vrone.
Victoria.
Nope, that's not it.
Victor with a K.
No.
Victor with a C?
No, actually, you're right. Victor with a K.
Hey, let's go. Hey, you hear that? That's another tally mark to the winner's circle.
Well, actually, I don't know if it's a Victor with a K.
Well-
It's with both. But regardless, you said it both ways, so congrats.
Wow. I'd like to thank nobody except for Garb.
Yay. I'm somebody.
Guys, miscellaneous, I like the show.
I like this show.
I liked it a little bit. It was okay.
Ratings. Chuck, go.
No. Garb,
Okay.
go.
I'll just give it a straight, nice and easy 4 out of 5.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Commendable.
Yeah. It gets just
Chuck, go
one
ahead.
point subtracted for the stupid airing order. Everything else is good.
That's
Well,
it?
no, not just the error in order.
No, I think that's it.
No, don't forget about the eights.
You can just kind of tune that out. It's fine.
Yeah, I like 8. I'm going to rank this. I really enjoyed watching this. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5. I like this a
wow.
lot.
Wow.
That's wrong.
Oh, like I said, no, fuck off.
That's
I like
very
Endless
wrong.
8. I really liked Endless 8, okay? I thought it was a cool idea. I liked how they did it. I love all the characters. There is a bit of iffiness. There is some like whack stuff that I'm not a huge fan of. But overall, I really enjoyed watching it. I had a great time. Like, I enjoyed it through and through. There's not a point where I disliked it.
Nice.
And so 4.5.
That's fair. We respect everybody's opinions, no matter
for
how
mine.
incorrect they might be.
I'm going to kill your fan.
Please pretend
Yeah.
for a minute.
All right. So, Haruhi, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I had a lot of highs, had a lot of lows for me personally. It started out super strong for me. I was in since episode 2, maybe even a little bit of episode 1. I was in it. First 6 episodes, phenomenal. I would recommend those first 6 to anybody. Kept me hanging in there with some of the little aside stories, which was nice. Endless 8 was probably the bane of my existence, I will say. Knocked my original score down significantly, unfortunately. And the movie didn't help it either. The movie section. Video game did bring it up a bit, but there's just there was a lot of things I enjoyed. There was just a lot of lack of things of the things that I enjoyed later on, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and give this, because I did enjoy this. Don't get me wrong. This was fun. I liked it. I'm going to give the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya a 3.9 out of 5.
Fair.
That's very fair.
Very fair. Psych. No, no.
Japed.
No, it was supposed to get maybe a 4.2, but
Yeah.
I couldn't. There was just a lot of
Well,
things.
like
that I didn't like.
know that people are gonna be like, "Oh, but why'd you rank it? You could have just skipped the Endless 8." But I'm like, that's part of the show.
Skip.
You can't skip it.
We're big boys. The only time we skip
There's some
When we
filler
do-
sometimes.
some filler sometimes,
Just
or
for
if we watched
sometimes.
East Blue and I made you skip a couple stuff.
He did make me watch a couple missed things,
Yeah,
guys.
but overall, it's a pretty good series.
yeah,
Thanks for recommending
I'd
it.
recommend it. Thank you, Patreon, for doing that. And
Yeah.
if you want to recommend us next time, join our Patreon. Or just if
Yeah.
you just join $1 tier, you can still talk to us, chat with us about whatever we're watching. Overall, just have a good old time.
And listen, if you can't
true.
support us on Patreon, just shoot us an email at contact@funkyanimePodcast.com.
Or the better email, funkyanimePodcast@gmail.com. Once again,
Or
that
just-
is funkyanimePodcast@gmail.com.
Just hit us up on Twitter too. We're all on there pretty frequently now. I think
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
pretty good times. All right, what are we watching next week, guys?
This is Mr. Garbalax.
It sure is. We're watching Demon Slayer, boys.
I'm
Bad.
very excited.
I
I'm
almost
so excited.
switched it to a Kamiga Kill just to mix it up from all
Oh,
the
thank God you
bullshit,
didn't.
but
I would have been upset.
yeah,
I would've-
nah.
I would have not.
The whole point of that would have been to make you upset, but I chose not
I'm
to.
not
We're
upset.
watching Demon Slayer. I haven't
Who
seen
knows?
it. I'm looking
Guys.
forward to it.
Get hype. I'm really pumped to watch this.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how I'm feeling about this one.
And
boys,
also-
I'll be honest.
Also, just let's watch it. I'm ready.
Let's watch it. We're gonna have fun. Hopefully,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Allegedly, we'll have fun.
Responsibly.
But yes, it was voted the best anime of last year, so it's got to
Well-
be somewhat good.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about voting.
Well, I voted.
Vote. I yell at the internet and then pretend like I voted.
I know.
It's like everyone else online.
I know. I will not do my civic duty, but I will complain about it.
Yeah, just like everybody online in the comments.
Oh man, don't you love
Shout out to the comment
comments?
section. Hey,
Hey, thanks for commenting. Anyway, that's the episode. Hey, I know.
it really just hit me right now that the episode was about to end, and after all we've been through, I kind of didn't want it to end. Except they'd tease me about making it 2 hours long, so at this point, I should have probably closed this episode out by now.
Listen, if you're quick,
Anywho.
we might be able to knock it in sub 2 hours.
Hey, Pino, guess what?
What's up?
I know that you've been a real stinker about having super long episodes.
Yeah.
The only person who's been under 2 hours has been me this whole season, so suck it.
That's kind of cool. All right.
Because No Game No Life over, Railgun definitely over, Beyond the Boundary under, baby, 2 for 2 under 2 hours. Yeah,
Wow, I can't believe this has happened.
I've turned
Anyways.
the tables once again.
This was just a typical life on the Funky Anime Podcast.
Pino, how's that bladder?
It's doing fine. Why are you asking?
Well, you said you needed to pee earlier.
So they can hear my thoughts. It's strange.
You can hear my thoughts.
Anyways, this concludes another day in the life of recording a podcast. He's drinking tea, I think. Is that tea? What is that in his cup? Garb, what's that in your cup?
That's for me to know and you hopefully to never find out.
Very strange. Well, he's sitting there like a champ, so I'll just leave him be. Smiling, though his eyes are closed. Fascinating.
I can't see.
Let me turn over. Let me turn over to Chuck now. Oh, he's wearing a frog suit. Chuck, what are you doing there?
Quiero.
Ah, I see. And you know what? I'll just sit here reading this book.
Bro,
Thank you for joining.
I'm literally just sitting here.
Bro, I'm sitting here.
Something tells me someone should say the following about their moms.
Hey guys, you know what? I was just thinking about this.
Yeah, what's up?
But I just wanted to thank everyone for listening to Funky Anime Podcast, and make sure to tell your mom you love her. See y'all next week, and thanks for listening. Bye bye.